She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt.
If you got it, it ain't a question. Oh, it ain't no room for guessing. No more than emotionally invested. Showing you all my imperfections. Oh, if I let you, don't take me for granted. Yeah, if I'm worth more than you could manage. Yeah. I wish I could paint our love. Each moment's and vibrant. You play, surge in the gunplay, surge in the pillow top, surge in the sweet change, turn it on. Let you go through. I wanna be down. I wanna be down with you. Down with you. It's true. I wanna be down.
What are you willing to do? Oh, tell me what you're willing to do.
Kiss it, babe.
What's up, man? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Uncle Mo TV. As y'all can see, I'm on StreamYard, so I don't know what this audio is a little pitch different up here. Me and my boy SoleSoundz back at it again. It's been a while, but he's a very busy man. You know, he's a very busy man, but we back in here. Appreciate those that's in here watching. We're going to get to the content. I'm going to bring him up. Say something to the people. You can see up in the Raptors, you know.
What's going on, people? Once again, we at it again. How you feeling, Mo?
I'm good, you know. I've been on my crusade, you know. Every time I want to get into something else, you know, something happens and we right back at it, you know.
Yeah. No, that's right. You know, as men, we gotta pivot around and get into different things because sitting still don't get you nowhere.
Yeah. You know, I wanted to do this earlier, but had to do shit with my kids and everything.
You know, I dig it like a shovel, so be having to do the same thing.
But how you been? Put us on.
Look, man, been dealing with challenges, learning how to roll with the punches. You know what I'm saying? As a man, you stand on your two and you keep it pushing. You know what I mean? Anything I go through in life, I look at it as a detour, not as a derailment. You know what I mean? So I try to make lemonade out of all those sour ass lemons. I'll get it. You know what I mean? But overall, I've been all right. You know, my mental health is good. You know, been standing on my square and you know, providing for the fam and all that. I'm good with it.
But you ain't got no complaints. But like we said, this episode, we gonna talk about, you know, the controversy, everything that's going. I know you ain't really into all that. I don't know if you've been keeping up, but I know you're like my my insight into the, y'all call it conscious community, I call it the unconscious community, because you know I've been seeing a lot of fuckery from the brother Polites to the Umar Johnsons to the Lorients to everybody that I'm starting to see. Like, I'm pretty sure some good brothers and sisters in it, but I also feel like it's a lot of shout out Rosetta, but I feel like it's a whole lot of people that wasn't held accountable from the gate. And then like the whole thing I wanted to say with the whole Mary Ann situation, I was watching her do her reaction to the Afro Singali joint, and she didn't even realize the girl was offending her and talking down to her at the same time, and she kept just saying powerful, when the girl was low key disrespecting her at the same time, you know, as she was saying it, you know. But she just felt like, because she shout her out, that she was on her side, not realizing that she's using her to propel her own message. And I don't know her, you know what I mean? Never spoke to her, nothing, but it don't take too much critical thinking to see that, you know? But right now, this one is so, she caught up in a space that anybody that look like they throwing her life raft, she gonna jump at it.
I see. I want to see exactly what's going on. So when you ready,
yeah, she did like 2 different like BS reactions that I felt like, and everybody was doing. I was gonna leave it alone. Like, I will start by saying this: the whole I came across the whole video about the caretakers of Umar Johnson's mother. I'm not gonna touch that because I don't feel like his mom's got anything to do with anything. If anything, she's a victim in the situation. So we're not here to victim blame somebody like that. You know what I mean? And why I say a victim, because the people that they get into look after her, I don't see what the qualifications is like to look after her for some randoms he's picking up, you know?
Yeah, this is direct.
So I said a prayer for her that hopefully, you know, she gets taken care of the way she deserves, you know, and the way she should get taken care of, you know. Anybody, mother or elderly, should be taken care of, you know. But yeah, it's weird, and I noticed like some people go from, they got that cult-like mentality with a lot of shit. So cats go from one cult to another, you know. Yeah, everybody take a moment out. This is my bro that I started with from the beginning. Give him a shout out and shoot him a sub if you can. I did not mean to put that fool up there.
Yeah.
But that fool is my little buddy, my little AI buddy.
That shit remind me of Child's Play just then.
Yeah, but I mean, I gotta go in there and adjust him because he up there spamming. Like, but he's saying how I feel though.
All right.
But shout out to my channel members and stuff. I'm gonna start posting a lot of my uncut videos and stuff. Like when I go to the school and stuff and I'm just filming before I edit it, just put the raw joint out there so y'all can see it. The filth and disgust without even seeing it. And I want to make something clear. I don't dislike Mary Ann. I dislike her actions. I think she keeps saying this mentor shit when she's too old for that, in my opinion. I feel that she's bright enough that she don't need nobody to mentor. She needs somebody to show her the ropes on how this YouTube thing go on and shit. Because I kind of feel bad for her because she said that she's emotionally, like she get emotionally attached to things a little too easy. And I think she just keep attaching herself to people too blindly. You know what I'm saying? So she feel betrayed when things don't go her way.
These are things.
Yeah, I don't like her lies, but like personally, I don't, you know, I spoke to her on panels, but I don't know her. I don't like her lies, but I think that something is not computing upstairs. That's why she keep falling because she think people owe her loyalty that she don't even know. You know what I mean? And that's kind of weird to me.
You know, that's like compared to somebody you don't know that's sleeping with your girl, and then when you find out, you go after the dude. You mad at the dude. You know what I'm saying? You can't be mad at the dude because he don't know you. There's no loyalty.
Yeah. I never beef with a dude over a girl. Shit, nowadays you can't even say dude. I wouldn't beat up over a chick over a girl either. You know, it's because they don't owe you their loyalty. The person you in a relationship do.
Exactly. So that's one of those things. So,
yo, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off because it's another joint that I wanted to review that I was shocked because you know I really don't agree with him with much because I felt like he was all part of the Umar gang.
Mm-hmm.
But Poeta Flacco put out a video on him that hit like dead near everything that I was thinking. And that shit had me like, damn, I hate to have to agree with him, but he hit the nail on the head where he was pointing out different things with him. And I'm like, that's a good point, you know? But I'll bring that up then. We could dialogue on it. But he put out some good points, but we could hit her up first, do hers first, because hers is like more recent.
Bet that. Let me pull this up on the screen, right?
Which one you want to do first? You want to do the lies that she... Which lie you want to get to first that she said? The first Afro Singali one, or you want to do the Jasmine Wright one? Which I don't know why anybody would fucking listen to Jasmine Wright. She's batshit crazy with no fucking proof of anything. She low-key remind me of Mary Ann with some of the stories, though.
She said Jasmine. Is that purpose?
Oh, Jaguar Wright. Whatever the fuck. Oh, you know.
Right, Jasmine.
Might be Jasmine. Shit.
Let's start off with the Jasmine because I know she.
All right, that's the most recent one. Let's do that way. But for her to agree with her to talk about that, I'm like, this girl got serious issues to be using this known liar.
She's got tissue issues.
Remember all the stories she told about Diddy. And them, they ain't used not one when they had used anybody that came out talking about him.
Mm.
That's when I knew her joint was bullshit.
I'm just surprised, like, if all of these stories are fraudulent.
Oh, Jaguar?
Nobody, like, there's no law. I mean, I don't know.
Hell yeah, there's lawsuits on her. Where you been? She been ducking and dodging the process service.
Oh
yeah, Jaguar, right? I jacked that all up, man. Watching all these Mary Ann videos. But yeah, Jaguar Wright got sued by Brian McKnight, the only one that kept going. Other people like Hov and them was saying that they can't sue somebody that don't have nothing. They'd be wasting more money just to put it out there than what they could ever get from her.
I'm saying 50 did it.
What 50 whatever we gotta think with old girl when 50 sued her, where was she working at?
I don't know where the hell she was working. I know
she was doing reality TV. She was with the joint with Mona, so he was able to garner share that. Remember, all 50 got back was she sued him. All he got back was his lawyer fees.
Yeah.
That's why he said when they said awarded, all they're giving you back what you already spent. That's why he didn't want to let it go when they was telling him to let it go. He's like, nah, because that's going to deter everybody else from putting fraudulent lawsuits out on me. But Brian McKnight was suing her. Jay-Z and Beyonce put the cease and desist. I fucked that away. But they did the cease and desist on Pierce Morgan when he what you call it, put her out, and he had to take it down and recant that because they couldn't verify anything. But let's watch her give her, I wouldn't even call it reaction, her cheerleading.
Lenon Honor and Umar Johnson and Mary Ann Lorient.
Let me pause. I don't know her personally. I know of her, Jaguar Wright. The reason that I chose to do a reaction over her video is because I appreciate her view, her neutral and non-biased view on this situation. Let's go.
Hey, Mumu. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the support. So seriously, this right here. How do we get into this conversation? Because this conversation, in my opinion, is getting way too much traction.
And I absolutely agree with her. You have content creators that are taking my video that has nothing to do with the situation and just to make a video over my content and continue with this story over and over and over. And I've explained, Mr. Honor knew there was a live check. There's no need to rehash old story. But
all right, I didn't catch that part, but listen, I know I seen it on somebody else's joint earlier. She keep talking about, we talk about the story over and over. She never explained anything. All she did was tell more lies on the different stories. She never said, yo, this is what happened. She ain't show no proof, no direct deposit. I mean, no nothing. All she did was say, oh, he knew it was a live check. We don't know about no live check. Stop saying live check. A real check, because we never sent. And you said you had to check. Like, she lied so many times. He apologized and moved on. She kept going on and on and on about it. Like, she's dead crazy. Dead crazy.
The part I got to catch was her trying to explain holding the bank supposedly, or speak to an advisor, I guess, some kind of bank advisor, to talk about a check. And then when she finally got through to somebody, she said, yeah, she wanted, he was like, you did a great job. My mom was happy with you, or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, what does this have to do with your mom? Like, this is about the check. I thought you wanted to prove that you did speak to somebody about this check and that the check is actually real. So I got lost with that whole situation.
I clear that up with you. So she made it seem like when she was speaking to them that they was going to say, yeah, we deposited this check, we tracked it down and all this stuff, right? But when she got there, she said, oh, I'm calling to thank you, right? Which, if you paid attention closely, she hit the mute button, right? And then she was saying because her mother, the equivalent, her mother raised her to be polite. That's what she was saying when she said, my mother brought me up like that. So she was saying that her mother raised her up to do that, but she never asked her about the check. You know what I mean? And then her newest story, right, to catch you up, is that this imaginary person that she never told the name for, supposed to work with Umar and work for the damn house, the place, the legacy home buyers, which you could clearly go on their website and see that it's a family-owned business of Caucasians, you know? And
Mm.
the girl, she claims she know her, and she keeps saying that they in her damn town when they in fucking Ohio. I mean, in Texas, right?
Mhm.
And then she's saying that that girl has the bank account at Dollar Bank, right?
Mhm.
Catch me up, because it's all over the place. At Dollar Bank, and she somehow can call Dollar Bank. The original, when she went into Dollar Bank, she said she walked in and just stood in the lobby and was like, I need to know where I got this money from, or some dumb shit. And she said that she was playing checkers or some other stupid stuff that didn't make no sense. And then they came and pulled her to the side. Then when she got in there, no tracking them, no routing numbers, no account numbers, and nothing. They somehow got her to speak to whoever the money came from, and she said that it was deposited in Philly into the girl. She recognized that the girl voice was a female, a sister. Said the girl came down and they talked in the parking lot, and that was that, right? But then everybody called Dollar Bank and everybody called the Legacy Home Buyer, and then what she said, when they called Legacy Home Buyers, that they so many people called, they wound up firing this person that nobody knows their name, and then nobody knew her name for Dollar Bank. They wound up closing her account, and because people call, she can't even get a bank account nowhere else.
That's his name.
And that wasn't even her original story. Her original story was she took that same fake check that they asked her, did she cash that check? She said she took that same check, opened up a bank account at Chase. She said Chase Manhattan, when it ain't been called Chase Manhattan in 20 years. Opened it up at Chase, wait for it to clear, withdrawed all the money out of it, closed the account, deposited into Huntington Bank, which is her bank, and that was that. As she was going to Huntington Bank, she showed us like a video of some people's feet and shit. Then she claimed some other, and then there's just more stories, more stories. And when I spoke to her on the panel, she kind of like went all around that joint. She was like, said he got it from a loan shark. That's who she said he had. A lawn shark and a loan shark. She's like, she was all over the place, man. Like, I'm confused, man.
Now, I heard of a loan shark. What the hell is a lawn shark?
A lawn shark is like this. It looks like a lawnmower, right?
Mhm.
But it's a shark, but on a lawnmower. And it eats grass and it shits out fake checks.
Ah, okay.
All right, let's finish listening to this.
Wow.
And that's another thing too, like he pointed out, right? So I know, like my bank, right? If she'd have came in there making all that damn noise, it's security in there, like cops and stuff. Like mine's got a cop in that. They would have. First off, she ain't doing that shit, but they would have fucking escorted her out of there quick as fuck, man.
Yeah.
Like she's full of it, man. Like she make up these stories, and in her head, that's why I put on that video to join Mike Tyson when he said his back was broken, because it sounded as dumb as that. The story she put out, man.
Yeah. Seen that clip too.
Yeah, it sounds as dumb as that, man. I broke my back. What back? Spinal.
Yeah. Word.
Oh, shit. I'm so not used to this shit. How the hell I get it to play again? Lady Luck, where you at when I need you? I don't even know how to use StreamYard. Hold on, I think if I do a widescreen, then I can.
Yeah, maybe so.
Shit, that ain't working either.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm bugging. Woohoo! I don't. All right, my bad.
Choose not to understand, distort the story out of flattery for Mr. Honor. But let's continue.
Let me address that, because I even lost subscribers for this, right? I have a different opinion on everything, views and everything. You know me, we've been go back over 30 years, right? I've never been a part of the conscious community. You know that, right?
Correct.
I told you, I have just recently learned who Lenon Honor is. In her head, she thinks everybody that's against her is somehow in cahoots with him. We don't know each other. Never known each other, never talked, never communicated with each other. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
my opinions is my opinions, my views is my views, his views is his views. He has a personal beef with Umar, which that's they shit. Like if you violated my family, we would have problems too. But for her to think that everybody is against her because no, he pointed out that you lied and then you just kept lying, lying, and lying, lying. So like,
Yeah.
I speak on her behalf of how I feel about the situation. Even when she told the stories and she keeps saying he knew, that's why I told her, like, and I asked her, I said, yo, so if he said he'd be cool with you tomorrow, you'll be cool with him? She pretty much was like, yeah. Like she would mess with him. She just mad that he not fucking with her.
So I mean, no wonder you can easily misplace your trust in people because you just all over the place. Like you have a very low demand for respect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, if she can count on these people and they talk about her to her face and she don't understand, like, look, I'm gonna point it out in this video.
Go ahead and just give it a few minutes. I'll chime in. You say what you want to say, but I think I'm going to end it, and I'm going to let y'all kind of understand really well from my perspective on what I think of this and how it's going. So we have here Umar Johnson, and we have a documentarian, Lenon Honor, who Lenon Honor has been going at it with Umar for years. He goes live multiple times a week talking about this. Supposedly there was a check, and you see it at the very top. There was a check that was allegedly written out to a person who Dr. Umar wanted to have produce a documentary on him. Is that how the Mary person was involved?
I'll get into the details because even that story is a little wishy-washy as well.
Yeah.
So you were saying?
And let me pause before she continue. I believe the hatred Mr. Honor had towards Umar and my anger towards Umar, us connecting, was an extremely bad combination. And I think the lines were blurred. I took full responsibility. What I didn't appreciate is Mr. Honor not stepping to the plate and taking his part of the responsibility when he knew there was a live check. Let's continue.
Now, the counter what she's saying, how I translate that, right? We both were scheming, and now I want you to keep going on with the scam or with the grift or whatever you want to call it. I could be wrong, but that way she keeps saying he need, to be held accountable too. It ain't making sense to me. You gave him a fake check. He called you out on the fake check, right? And now you mad at him for calling you out? Did you feel like he should have never called you out because you, like, how you took that? And then she's so stupid, she don't realize that Jaguar Wright is trying to say her whole story that Umar gave her any money sounds suspect. It sounds wishy-washy. That's what she said. But this dummy just gonna be like, powerful. She's insulting you. She's saying you're a liar, bro. Go ahead, bro.
That's what I was picking up from this too. At the same time, like I know from what I know about Umar, he is a damn fool, and he will pillage the village for as much sense he can get out of you by beating you with panhandling. I made up that shit. Panhandling. So when we talk about fake checks, that's a big deal because he can't get money out of that without going through the most.
But bro, you know what that check was? Cause I don't know if you looked at, like when you get them bullshit ass checks in the mail that try to get you to get like the personal loans, and they say that you could get your equity the shit out, and they send you the fake one out.
Yeah, I got one last week.
That's the one she said. And then she gonna say, in her neighborhood, it's so nice they don't send that out there. It don't even go by your neighborhood. It's advertisement.
Yeah.
And a lot of that stuff too, like I got it set on mine. You could cut it off as pre-screening, and it'll tell you to opt out. Go to this website, and I think it's like opt out pre-screening or whatever, and then you won't get the junk mail from some of these places. Or you go pay for certain things. Like when I bought my car, all of a sudden I started getting, you know, advertisements from some Sirius radio and all that shit because they sell your information, you know?
Right. I think Leon overlooked.
Yeah, she told me when we was talking on the panel, she told me she was from Brooklyn and shit. And I mean, I could see. So at first, I thought that she sent a copy of the check to Lenon Honor, to Lenon Honor, and then he cut the pieces of paper out to cover up her information until, as it went on, we found out that she covered it up. Then she took a picture of it and sent it to her. Like, why you block out the date? That's a telltale sign right there. You blocked the date out because you didn't want nobody to see the date on that thing that shit was fucking fraudulent. Like, she blocked out stuff that anybody who, if you Google a check, that shit wouldn't look like that. You know what I mean? Like, it just didn't add up. Like, none of the stuff added up. That it was like, yo, you're trying to get over on people. This could have worked years ago. This could have worked to like our parents that don't know no better, you know?
It makes you feel like she's trying to insult our intelligence. You know what I mean? Just by sitting here watching what's going on, right? And you putting it together in your head like that don't make no sense. And she's like believing her own lie, which obviously is a lie because like exactly what you said, the date. Why would you cover the date?
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean? Like anybody who knows, like, you know what I mean? If you're trying to prove a point, you're going to go through all the proper stuff.
She blocked out everything but where it said, this is not a real check.
That's why, and
I'm telling you, but she ain't even that bright. She don't even realize that this woman is insulting her. And she like, see, and everybody, like, she talk about, and this is another thing, she talk about Leonard, his hatred and her anger. Watch her words, bro. Remember I told you before, I learned a long time ago, people will word stuff a certain way so later they could be like, you didn't ask me, or I didn't say it like that. Watch her words. She said, he hates Umar. She's angry at Umar. You could be angry at family members. That don't mean that you don't want to make up with them and you don't want to be around them. She's angry at Umar. All he got to do is speak to her. Hey, sorry, my beautiful queens, snow bunnies forever, black queens never, blah, blah, blah. And she's going to jump all for it. And everything she says don't make sense. Since when you do a class action lawsuit and they don't reach out to try to find other people that could have been victims, where's the number? They will put out a number. They will shoot email. They would try to solicit other people to get on. The more people, the better. And when do you put in a class action lawsuit, pay a lawyer, then y'all go vote offline if y'all want to do it? Why wouldn't y'all vote from the beginning? It's a class action lawsuit. You could have just said, I don't want to be a part of the lawsuit no more.
That simple. And that's it.
And she the only one at a class action lawsuit happened in like 5 minutes. Like, her shit was happening back to back on the next episode of Mary Ann's bullshit. Hi, family. It's me, Mary Ann. I like to bring stuff in real time, boot on ground. It's 40 of us going after. And then it's another thing. If you got scammed out of your money, you got scammed money. It don't matter if he laid his shango to you or not. So about 2 people couldn't go because they had people. If that's the case, you would never be able to get a divorce from your spouse and take their money because y'all had acquaintances before, you know? Like, none of that shit makes sense.
Yo, oh my gosh. Yeah.
What part of New York you from? Because, you know, we from New York, too. We from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Yeah, she make up stuff that don't make no damn sense, though. That's the part that killed me. Her shit don't even make sense.
That's why
it is cringe.
To make sure, like, am I really like a live list looking at
BK, all right.
BK.
What part of BK? You know, y'all rep y'all sections. We don't really rep our sections as much as y'all. We rep like 3. I be in Crown Heights and stuff in East New York.
Well, I mean, that's all that I know about this story to this degree. Again.
So let me just put things into context then, since we're having this conversation. First thing.
Wait, I'm sorry for cutting that off, but that's a good point too. How you get outvoted 39-1 and it's 40 of y'all? Like, why did they even jump on it if they ain't want to be a part of it to begin with? That don't even make sense.
It wasn't going hard for nothing.
But like, I was outvoted 39-1. That mean they ain't never wanted it. All 39 of them was her other personalities, man.
First, if I'm correct, it was last summer that the hunt for Umar Johnson took like full flight. Am I correct?
No, you're wrong.
He was one of...
And let me pause. Last summer, that is when I came on the stage of YouTube where Mr. Honor introduced me to YouTube. And yes, when I came, every content creator, Umar Johnson, was pretty much the hot topic for everyone making Umar Johnson's video. Let's continue.
The
Mary Ann, because I know you be looking at our shit. Nobody started talking about Umar Johnson because of you. Absolutely nobody. I started talking about it when his bank accounts got frozen, and I started feeling some type of way when he was lying to black women in a relationship space when he don't even take care of his own kids. Once I found out he was a deadbeat, but yet he bashed black men, and if you a black woman that he don't like, he bash you. That's when we started, at least my polite towards him. That in the school. All that other stuff, I don't care. You came on the scene because that whack-ass movie wasn't selling, and he kicked you to the curb because you made that movie in 2023. It was 2023. It premiered in your living room and in your backyard. So stop acting like you just came out the blue. And your story don't even say. I don't even know when you came up. I just heard you was there, and he tried to sue you, and I felt bad for you. But ain't nobody started going at Umar because of you. We didn't even know who you are.
Yeah, this is a whole. I ain't heard nobody address him about any kind of check. Nobody like.
Yeah.
This is her own.
And that's my thing. We should have caught on because he still to this day owe a dude $3,000 from a default judgment he ain't paid, but he paid her ASAP $68,000. Bullshit.
Miss me with that. Bullshit.
Once he found out, because at first when I found out that his daughter came out saying his daughter, I was like, she kind of looked like I'm bleed. But then when he said it's his and he started talking about Papa Smurf and Baby Smurf, I said, oh, this dude's a clown. I knew. Remember I told you before when he was talking that relationship shit, I'm like, this man ain't married. He in his 50s, but yeah, he talking about married men and knocking everybody else when he not doing the things that he telling you to do. Get the hell out of here.
False prophet.
And I know that Lenon Honor existed until like maybe, I think he put my name in a video, but I didn't know about his content till like October. It was after I went to the school the first time. So it was like October, November, because people were getting my comments and like, this person already did it. And I'm like, cool, there's billions of people on YouTube. I don't know everybody on YouTube. Shout out to them, you know? But then that's when I asked other people, like when we was on a panel and they told me all the shit Umar and them did where they doxed his family. I'm like, yo, he got all rights. And let's keep it real. He's a content creator and this is his lane. And this is what he want to do. He can do it. That's his thing. If you don't like it, don't watch it. But that's his thing. Pelham Parkway, yeah, I used to go to school up that way.
Distractions that they were using to get people to talk about things other than the Diddy trial or the Diddy sentencing, because I believe that was like right around the time it was in between, you know, the verdict and him being sentenced to that they started really going heavy after Umar. Like, and I asked, because I kind of jumped into the conversation as well, and I said, you know, hey, I'm not trying to stick up for him. Never been a fan. I could really care less whether or not he's guilty or not. I'm just trying to figure out why he's become such hot content. Why are there like dozens of accounts going after him, talking about him? Why now? And it was really interesting
because we want to. Why do you make up all these? Let's keep it real. Can somebody in the comments, right, name 3 Jaguar Wright songs? Can anybody name a solo song from her? She's one of the most irrelevant people that's on every podcast talking about everybody's business, incriminating herself that if it was true, she would have to come up on charges.
The only thing I know from Jaguar Wright was that unplugged performance with Jay-Z.
And I told you the only reason she got on that unplugged joint is because it was supposed to be Lauryn Hill and she ain't show up. And they grabbed one of the backup singers that happened to be her.
Yo.
because people were trying to really line things up. But the thing is this guy, Lenon Honor, has been pretty much like leading the charge for years now. Like, he's been talking.
And you see how she contradicts herself? She said nobody was talking about him to this summer, but then said that old boy been talking about him for years.
Jesus, all over the place. That's all over the place, man. Like
nobody can name a Jaguar Wright song. Or we know her more for getting on these damn podcasts is talking about everybody business. Once she starts saying, you can't knock somebody and then say you was committing the crime with them. When she was like, oh, I was bringing the girls to Jay-Z and them. So why you ain't locked up?
Exactly. You're a participant.
You know what I mean? You a co-conspirator. Why you ain't locked up? She mad because she thought that her she was gonna blow up off the back of Jay-Z and it never happened. But I think everybody knew she was batshit crazy. That's the only thing we know her from is the Jay-Z Unplugged, and she got picked up because Lauryn Hill, you know, she be going crazy, and she ain't show up.
Mm-hmm.
And let me pause her. Lenon Honor is the king within the Umar Johnson sector, meaning everything he vomits, it's the gospel truth for every content creator.
Like I told y'all, he might be her God, her king, or whatever. Like I said, I don't know the man. I give y'all my opinion on things. If I know it's a topic that I want to talk about, and I see other people talk about, I don't even watch their videos till after I speak my piece on it, because I don't even want to have any way to, you know, I don't want to be able to regurgitate any of their stuff because I want my own raw reaction to it. I don't want to be swayed one way or another.
Makes sense.
And he's going to see it from his point of view, from his side of the world, and I see it from my point of view, from my side of the world. And like I said, he was part of that community before and other thing. I'm part of a whole nother community that we look at it a different way. Like, I don't want Umar to go to jail. I don't wish jail on nobody. But as this content creator, I'm trying to spread awareness that these fools stop donating to him. Stop fucking sponsoring his bullshit.
See, I feel the same way. But at the same time, I'll be feeling like, look, anybody that's going to be this ignorant, when you got people telling you the building is on fire and you're just sitting there like, no, it's not. The guy on the TV told me it wasn't on fire. And all your neighbors inside is telling you, yo, it's on fire. It's on fire. We got to go. That's your ignorance. That's your ignorance. So at the end of the day, I'll be feeling like, well, all right, if you're going to listen to this nonsense, then maybe you're the one who should be scammed because you can't save everybody and you could only lead a horse to water. You can't make them drink it, right? So I look at it like that. To each his own, man.
So you know that joint. I know you probably heard this story. I always say it in my own little flavor because I fuck it up. But it's like it was a guy. He fell over in the water, and a fishing boat came and told him to get in. I'm gonna help. He was like, "Oh God, please help me!" And he fell in. A fisherman came by in the boat and said, "Hey, get in the boat. I got you." He like, "Nope, I'm waiting for God to come get me." And then the fisherman said, "Get in the boat." He said, "No, I'm waiting for God." Fisherman left his ass because he didn't want to get in. Next thing you know, the Coast Guard came. "Hey, get in the boat." "Nope, I'm waiting for God. Come get me." Coast Guard said, "Grab them, try to pull him in." He fight. "I'm waiting for God." Coast Guard said, "Fuck you, we out." Now the man dies. He gets to heaven. He said, "God, why did you forsake me? Why didn't you come help me?" He said, "What the fuck? I sent the fisherman and the goddamn Coast Guard, and you decided to stay in the water to come talk to me personally." And that's what a lot of these people is. Not saying that we're God, but he sent them signs through people to point out all the hypocrisies in these people, and they still decide to go with it, then cry later that nobody helped me, nobody stood up, nobody pointed it out. When he sent the different people from different walks of life to give you a different way and a different point of view about it, you know, and then realize it was God speaking through these people to begin with.
You know, that's a good assessment of that situation. I like that.
I mean, I said in my own flavor, but you know the just of it.
Yeah, I get exactly where you're going with it. But you know what I'm saying? Free will. Everybody has free will, right? So you can choose to be, and not really investigate what people are saying, because these same people that are donating also heard the people that are speaking against that saying that he isn't doing what he's supposed to do with his money. Why isn't the school open? Nobody looked to investigate that, right? They just kept donating, believing in this so-called dream.
But I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't think that all these people are not asking him, because you know he switched his style up as soon as you ask him a question and he don't like your answer. He hit you with those ain't donators, those are haters, my brother. And then he keep moving the goalposts like, oh, if you only donated $10 one time, you not a donor, you a hater. You just gave me what? No, bitch. If I gave you 1 penny one time, I donated towards your dream that you don't even work towards.
Yo, that sounds like something.
I probably got that joint from Sunday school too, but put my own little twist on it. Because I went to private school growing up, you know. And SoleSoundz them used to chase me home every day because I went to the Catholic school. Let me stop. Somebody look at that shit. I used to be up by y'all school so much people thought I went there. Remember they used to y'all used to be picking on my cousin, and he got to come get me, and I'm smaller than him to come up there fighting. Oh man! Shan told me that. He was like, "Yo, you don't even remember the first time I met you. I met you in the schoolyard of 63. I never went to 63." He said, "Yeah, you came after school because we beat up Derek, and he came and got you." And I was like, "Word, you beat up my cousin. I need to get you again." Now we all best of friends.
It'd be like that.
But anybody listening to Jaguar, right? They crazy all outside, bro.
But let's continue.
About Umar, if I'm correct, for anywhere from 6 to 8 years, like approaching, like when it gets to the point where your only content is one person for almost a decade, you have to ask, you know, what's the sanity behind all of this? Because it sounds kind of insane to me.
And let me pause. I absolutely agree with her 110%. He has more than 80 videos on Umar Johnson, and then he goes live 4 to 5 days per week for 4 hours talking about one individual. That is a bit on the obsessive side, but this is YouTube. Everyone's entitled to create their content the way they see fit. But let's continue.
And I guess I feel that way because I know what it feels like.
I would tell you this, right? And SoleSoundz will tell you, right? I built my channel. I started as a when shorts first came out, like really hit. I started out only doing shorts. Like I had some long form content, but I used to make a bunch of shorts and post like 3 an hour. Like I had my alarm set, and from 6 in the morning to midnight, I was posting. Then I do my long form videos, and I realized it was only getting a couple of views, maybe like a couple of hundred views, but I could get thousands of views. So I would break up my long form videos into parts and post them. Boom, 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 boom. And before it wasn't every year, but now every year YouTube is switching the algorithm, right? I was talking about child support. So that shit drove a lot of emotions. So with Lenon Honor, like I said, I don't know him, but just the psyche, his content draws a lot of emotions because it's a lot of people that feel some type of way about Umar for many different reasons. And then over the years, he built his audience and he connects with them. She's only talking shit because she's on the outside looking in now. Because if that check shit ain't never come out, she'd be telling a whole nother fairy tale right now. And the same way she talking about him making videos on Umar,
somebody else.
She doing the same videos on him. That's all she doing. Like I see, like I knew with that Afro Singali that she was gonna do a video on that because she was in the comments. I don't want to say because I don't want to get in trouble on YouTube, but she was all on that woman's lower extremities because she was talking about Lenon Honor. You know what I mean? So she was all on her lower extremities, like, yes, queen, yes, because she was talking about. So she has the same, as she said, hatred for him. She really wants to be in Umar good grace. That's why she keeps saying, I was angry and it wasn't a good sign. You talking like y'all know each other personally, like y'all gonna meet up and was having drinks and then some shit happened. You don't know this man. You reached in his comment section and then told him the story. He looked you up, probably like, all right, she seemed like she got a story. He brought you on. Now you feel like he betrayed you because in your head you feel like you had some type of affinity with him. Like she's batshit crazy. Huh?
Bugged out. Yeah. She might feel the same thing about you. You say you spoke to her on the panel?
I don't really understand this comment. Put it again in a way that somebody from New York understands. She said, "Oh, my days, the Afro Cincinnati woman is Jaguar." Oh, are she trying to say that Afro Bengali is like Jaguar, right? Because the only reason I heard of her was when I read over the lawsuit for Umar Johnson. She was mentioned in it, and I know when he was doxing people, he threw her out there. So that's how I even heard of her. And then lately I've been seeing her videos pop up because of Mary Ann shit. And I was listening to it and it was like the beef with her and Umar. And it's like people are too one-track mind and think that everybody got to hate Umar for the reason they hate Umar. When no, we don't know each other, bro. This is America. It's people from the UK tuning in. They thinking it's just people over here. Some of my supporters and fans on here, they're from the UK and from overseas all over. And they are tuning in talking about Umar.
Yeah, this is a topic that's pretty much worldwide. It's not even like a.
He's a meme. He's a fucking clown. You act like he's for entertainment purposes only. I don't know why people take him serious.
Oh man, unbelievable.
Oh nah, they not the same person. They not the same person. Nah, I get what you're saying. I'm kind of slow. They not the same person. They two different people. And that's what she mad that he ain't gonna lie for her about that check. And yo,
nah, hell no.
I want to go on the record. If y'all seen that dream when everybody was coming at me, when I was like, we were just brainstorming and we was looking at it from every angle, like, hey, do you think he know about it or blah, blah, blah. And I said something and I stand on it. I said, could he have overlooked it? Yes. Should he have did better due diligence? Absolutely, because I remember I caught a video. He was I don't know if it was May. He was talking to somebody, and they was talking, and he was describing this man's mother house. Like he knew the layout of his mother house. So I feel like if you could go to the detail that you could sit all the way over on the other side of the country and know how his mama house, which I feel is his mama, wasn't like it's his house, his mama's house laid out. You could have done due diligence to pay attention to that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then he came out and he apologized and said the shit like I said. So I'm like, yo, he said sorry. I don't feel he need to be saying sorry every day. Yo, I fucked up, sorry, and move on. And that's what he did. So I can respect that. But she's still going on and on and on about it, you know?
It's like she lives in the past.
Yeah, he course corrected. He's yo, I fucked up. I'm gonna do better next time, and that's that. I'm not. So you can't knock him for that, you know. That's why when she keeps saying, "Oh, he just said sorry and it was bland," what the fuck you want him to say? You sent him that check. Now, if you would have said he cut it up to cover your personal information, and you send him a blink and he knows a real check, that's a different story. But you sent him the picture. You took out the time to fucking bullshit, you know? So you can't get mad at him. He took accountability for his part, in my opinion.
Which is
in my opinion, you know?
Gotta give him that.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the hell she got going on.
She's weird, man. And then she's lying, bro. I know how YouTube works. She talk about she making more money than before. That's a fucking lie. Unless she was making $50 before, now she's making $150. That's the most I could see her making.
Like to have a single person or a group of people just talking about you incessantly over and over and over and over again. Thumbnail after thumbnail after thumbnail. Like when it gets to the point where you go through someone's library and you can pull up more than 50 videos with the same name being targeted in the title. There's something going on there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I took a vote for the thumbnails and everybody liked
Johnson sector, just like there was a Jaguar Wright sector, just like there was an Angie Stone sector, even though nobody knows what really happened to that or what that was all about. Just like there was, there's a Krishan Rock and Blueface sector. Like, all of this very, very, very odd surveillance, in my opinion.
I agree with you on that. Like that's why I said when I played it back and I seen like somebody else did a reaction video and they show how the check look, I could understand how he did it, right? And like I said, that's before I knew that this girl was a bold-faced liar, you know? Because you said you was in there the night when I was on the panel. That was before. You see, I was defending. That was before I knew she was a bold-faced liar. So I could see how he overlooked it. He came on the next day, apologized, move on. But she keep doubling down. And I could see they had to enhance it to see that bullshit, you know? But she knew that she sent him some bullshit. So he got every right to feel however way he want to feel about her. The same way I feel he got every right to make any video he want to make about Umar whatsoever, you know? And Jaguar, the way she talk about Jay-Z and everybody in the damn industry making up these fairy tale lies, the way she talked about Brandon Knight children and shit, why was she running from the process service? She another one that moves house to house because she getting evicted and stuff. So I don't know why. And she asked, why is the Jaguar Right sector? Because you go on any show, any podcast to get paid because that's how you pay your bills at this point. Because nobody's asking for a feature. Nobody's looking for your song on iTunes, SoundCloud, or anywhere else.
That's a fact. All these music artists out here, you never heard them ask her for a feature on none of them because they don't consider her at all.
Because she crazy.
Yeah, they like, yo, I'm not doing no business with you, and then you going to turn around and probably bite the hand that feeds you.
Listen, this is another thing I'm going to point out to y'all about Mary Ann. She claims she does movies, right? Look how she's doing this reaction video. She's videotaping a screen with her cell phone. She didn't even think to put it on a podcast so it's stable. I mean, on a tripod so it's stable. She's sitting there going like this and pausing it, and it's confusing her, man. And then anybody that she think is on her side, she don't realize that the woman is saying she's lying, bro. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate you.
This is a mess.
So this is where I come into understanding what's going on here. So Lenon Honor, he was finding all kinds of people. He was digging through financial records, contacting, former lovers, former supporters, going out of his way to, highlight these people and give them a platform. And then came that woman.
And let's pause. What she's saying is absolutely 100% correct. Mr. Honor is the one who came and retrieved me and brought me on his platform. I never sought out Mr. Honor. I made a comment regarding of a movie that I made. I had difficulty like everyone else who was commenting in chat, and he went out of his way to reach out to make contact. Let's continue.
And who, had been into.
And that's what I mean with her, how she full of shit. Because you say he sought you. You went in his comment section and told your story. Why did you tell your story? Because you wanted him to reach out to you. Because even after you told your story, you had to give him your information. I can't click on here and look at Mr. Goddamn, and then all of a sudden I got all his damn information because he wrote a comment. But she tell these stories that nobody believed but her, bro. You went on there and then you sat there and did all of that bullshit. I hope he put you in a documentary as the crazy deranged woman, man. You went on there, you got mad because he ain't going on with your bullshit. And now you using Jaguar, right? Man, I want to get to that Afro Skin Golly drink because she really be sounding funny because all her videos is it sound like she actually defending Umar in her videos to me. I could be wrong though.
With Umar, she had spent some time with the mother, and she flew from the Midwest to Philadelphia. She had all of this inside information, and I questioned that whole, just the legitimacy of all of that, because I know what it's like, because I've had it done to me. There are people here on YouTube,
and I'm going to pause her. The woman that she was referring to was Lene. We all know Lene. I'm just trying to give perspective. Let's continue.
On after people that, claim to have, real estate in my life, real association in my life.
And Lene, you pointed out something about her when we was on that panel. You said she be disrespectful and act like she ain't disrespectful. I'm letting you know she do it on purpose, because if everybody already know who she is, she ain't have to pause her video to emphasize that it's you. She did that on purpose to throw you out there because she thinks she's better than you.
And the next thing you know, they're sitting with people, they're doing interviews, they're, making up a bunch of crap, saying a bunch of unreal things about me. I've been through it, so I understand. But Lenon Honor, he was behind this whole thing, and it was really wild because his name started getting a lot more juice after that woman that he brought forward, because the two of them were going to take down Umar, and she went to Trasha K and sat with Trasha K, and she...
Let's pause. I apologize that she says that. It's not polite for name calling, but within the Umar sector, I have noticed how numerous content creators do name calling, which is disrespectful and very childless. But
see how fucking stupid she is? That's why I'm gonna get on her when she say dumb shit. Cause she, like I said, she try to talk down like she better. She try to talk like Ayama saved my life. Remember that shit? Remember that show?
Ayama saved my life.
Yeah, that started off on Oprah. She tried to talk like her. And then she say dumb shit. She tried to say childish. She said childless. And if she gonna talk like that and try to she try to do like if she intelligent, like she try to insult you in a nice way, like, And you want to talk like I'm gonna save my life, I'm gonna talk like DMX. Shut the fuck up. Like stop trying to act like you. Yeah, we call it's YouTube. This is for entertainment purposes, man. We're gonna make it funny. We're gonna have a good time. You get what I'm saying? You sit here and tell your lies. We're gonna sit here and have a good time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And like my boy DMX said, if you think we childless, as you said, childless, and we kids and shit, you know what I mean? Get off of YouTube, bro. Like, I don't believe in cyberbullying because you could just log off. You're logging on and giving us this good content. You know what I mean? And like my boy DMX said, may he rest in peace. You could just shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. And it ain't just the Umar Johnson sector. It was like if you want everybody next. I'm not in the Umar Johnson sector. I like to talk shit about him, and I like to point out so he can stop scamming people like you. You made a video of his fake ass life. More people can get scammed. So don't act like you ain't off the hook for that whack ass movie.
Yo, we gotta have that clipped up. You know what I'm saying?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna find that.
It showed that it's at 4:15 in the morning. Where you gotta be overseas, my guy. I'm sorry. We up late because of SoleSoundz, man. I've been trying to get him on for months, man.
Look, I'm working on a better schedule, man.
My boy is one of the hardest workers in showbiz, man. I'm gonna make that sound bite. That way I could just hit it on the screen. Shut the fuck up. We gotta get that. Matter of fact, I gotta find that, I'm gonna get that joint, that whole shit where she be talking. Cause that's when she sound like a fake ass Ayama Save My Life. They be sure, and that's another thing. No disrespect to Lenon Honor, but they gotta stop with this 10-year-old picture of him, bro. Like this shit, like that was many years ago.
Oh man.
Word, who listens to Jaguar, right? Like I never heard her say some shit and be like, oh yeah, like that was some profound shit, yo. She always say some off the wall dumb shit.
Let's continue.
He did that interview, and the next thing you know, Lenon Honor's name started getting really, really, really hot. And then the next thing you know, he's got thousands of people sitting in his chat, and everyone's cheering him on because he's going to take down Big Bad Umar, and he's got all of this access. They were able to get into, his bank account, and then the next thing you know, his bank account is being shut down.
They ain't never get into that man bank account. Like, I mean, it's one thing to tell a story, but they ain't never get into that man bank account, man. So I don't know why they lying like that, man. They ain't never get into that man bank account because he damn sure they got their ass locked up. She leaving out the part that he sued. He tried to sue Lenon Honor, but the dumbass ain't never paid for the fees to sue him. Like the $400, whatever the prior. He didn't pay the money for that shit, but we supposed to believe that he paid her $68,000. No, not $68,000, but he couldn't pay $400 to file the lawsuit that he wanted to put in.
Can't make this up. I promise you. If this ain't entertainment, I don't know what is.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna tell you. Like, yo, it's entertainment person. I'm not a motherfucker that wish jail on anybody. You do some shit, I don't want you to go to jail. We're gonna handle that shit the way we handle that out here. I'm just spreading awareness because if y'all stop donating to this man and stop giving y'all cookies to this man, even though he go for that low-hanging fruit, he wouldn't be nobody. Y'all are funding his fake resolution. Y'all are keeping this dude employed. He's so damn dumb. You know how he could really make money that he could have blew up legally without grifting somebody, but he don't want to pay taxes. If he would have been on there doing content created, he can go to Funny Bone. He could have really, he's more of a comedian than everything. I do not take that man serious. Imagine him being the goddamn principal of your school. I'd have took my kid out of that goddamn school so fast. You know how many harassment lawsuits he's going to have, the way he be looking at these people, mothers and shit like that. He couldn't even open that school to be realistic because you can't discriminate and say you can only accept black kids. Let's be for real. You cannot do that.
He would be the one getting investigated for some kind of scandal. messing with somebody on the premises, or some kind of things of that nature.
I ain't sending my goddamn kids to be at no campfires with this fat. And listen, they so stupid is you see how fat he been getting since he been taking them donations, bro?
Oh, they've been taking care of him.
Yeah. Let's see.
And then all anyone's making videos about is this, that, and the third. And oh, he's this, he's that. And then the next thing you know, it's Flacco and just everyone piling on. And so he's got all of this momentum, and now he has all of this juice here on YouTube. And now he's got another victim, another woman who was managed by Umar, and her name is Mary Ann Lorient, and they bring her.
So she's referring to me, Mary Ann Lorient, the second victim. But I want you guys to understand, by the time Lene and I came on the scene during the summer, where everyone was making Umar Johnson video, when Lenon Honor introduced us, he was at 50,000. We have grown his channel to 30,000, even though he introduced us. And he has made quite a bit of money from my video and from Lene's stat video. Let's continue.
Forward, and the next thing you know, she's got a channel on YouTube, and she's got subscribers, and she's got all of this information, and Umar did this and Umar did that to me, and he came to me and he used me and he did this and he did that.
Let's pause.
And
let's pause. See, this is what I was saying about she don't even realize this girl ain't talking in your favor. She's saying you're part of the take, girl. You just so damn stupid. She said you came out of nowhere and you supposed to be the next victim, right? How was you victimized? Because he came and did it ain't even a Tubi movie. He did a YouTube movie you filmed out of your house with a camera and a cell phone and an iPhone, and he was uncooperative. We always hear about how these movie stars he's not a movie star, but I'm just saying real professionals are uncooperatives and shit on set. So him being uncooperative, how are you a victim? You know what I mean? Like, you're not a victim. And then you talked about it 2 years after it came, like, and all we hearing is your side. Maybe you told him you was gonna give him a percentage of the intellectual property or something. We don't know that shit. We just know what you're saying because he was in the movie. You didn't say you paid that man anything, and I don't think anybody was doing something for free. And we damn sure know he ain't doing something for free.
So how was that debt paid?
So in the enlightenment of Umar, I've been fasting all day, so I'm gonna take out my libations and celebrate with this ginger ale. Pinky down. Makasa, makusa. But yeah, she not no damn victim, man. And then as far as Lenon Honor, and now she sounding just making money, right? Most people come up here unless y'all got some type of deal or whatever. And she sounds just like Umar when Umar was crying about Tariq Rashid only paying him whatever for that fucking Hitting Colors. She sounds like that. But all right, you didn't have a channel, or he got you the channel, he got you monetized, and he gave you a voice because nobody would know who the hell you are anyway. And I'm telling you, I mean, his super chats probably made money off your story, but just regular views, I mean, he probably made a few hundreds off it. Don't act like he made thousands off of your story, man.
Yeah, she was overhyping how she brought on.
Yeah, she act like she's somebody. You can't even talk. You don't know how to, like, she don't even know how to put anything plural. She be like video, content creator. Say his name. Stop acting like it's general. Because like I said before, if you send shots, any one of us can send shots back because we don't know who you shooting at.
And then now I can give her something to talk about. These YouTube creators, all they're doing.
No, creator. She don't know how to use the S. She don't know how to put fucking anything plural. She's at war with the letter S, man. The letter S. She can't even say childish. She said childless. And come on now. Come on. Now I gotta get back on DMX. Shut the fuck up. But she's saying, Leon, that fucking old boy is her mentor. I guarantee you, I could be your mentor for 2 weeks. You're gonna pay me though. I got to get paid in the process. I ain't even gonna pretend like them. You pay me, I'll get your quality of your shit up. We'll get you flown with a computer, everything, man. I build computers for a living, you know? Like, that's my hobby. He'll tell you, I just buy random shit, I fix it up. That's my thing, you know? We'll get you right, teach you a little bit of editing. We'll get you right because you are this your phone videotaping people shit is terrible, girl. And just to give you advice, Mary Ann, YouTube, right? They will boom your channel and demonetize you. They got the new thing called low effort content. Your content is low effort. It's trash. You videotaping somebody's shit, and then when you give your commentary, just saying powerful and saying Lene name, and then saying that nobody gives a fuck about Umar because of you. Stop trying to talk like Ayama saved my life, all right? Because every time I hear you do that, I'm gonna talk like DMX and tell you like he told her, shut the fuck up. And don't use Jaguar Wright ever again. She's probably even more crazy than you, but she's more relevant than you because she actually was a one-hit wonder. She was a backup singer before. Your biggest claim to fame is that Umar Johnson knocked down everybody on the set of your corny movie but you. Let it go. Your other biggest set of fame is that Mr. Honor, as you call him, did not agree with you and go on with your fake check scam, you know? Let it go. But I will mentor you, you know what I mean? Non-biased and tell you how to not mentor you. I will help you on how to make better content, you know?
Help her learn something.
I need you in these streets because you are the gift that keep on giving, man. And we're gonna end. Before I hit play again, we're going to teach you how to use the letter S and how to make things plural, okay? There's no such thing as content creator if you're talking about multiple people. It's creators, you know?
That part.
We're not being childless. We're being childish, okay? And there's no such thing. I keep hearing y'all throw around this bullying thing. You're not being bullied. If you don't like what anybody's saying, shout out the Money Boy Trey. If you don't like what anybody's saying, log the fuck off. Nobody's cutting on your computer like the Ring and like, listen to me, Mary Ann, blah, 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 blah. No, log off, man. And the dating show, give it the fuck up, man. Give it up. That dating show was wiggity whack, yo.
What's that, Pop the Balloon?
No, she got some shit with her and this girl that got like baby. It's supposed to be baby hair, but it looked like eyelashes going down her fucking forehead.
Now that's different.
Yeah.
That's different.
Well, let's get back, man.
Now, she is correct. I did have a channel. You all are looking at my channel now. My channel was pre-exist before Lenon Honor.
It's
my
pre-existing
after he introduced me. And you all could be testify to this. I have numerous times thank him publicly for his support. But it was a two-way street. Just like he introduced me, Mr. Honor gained just as much, if not more. But let's continue.
Then they got the big takedown. There's this check, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got a check. And she's going to bring the check to Lenon Honor so he can show how fraudulent and what he was doing with all of the donation money and the check was a fake. Boop, boop, boop.
So I'm going to pause her for a second. I'm going to pause her. There is truth to what she's saying, but Mr. Honor knew there is a life check, and I made it clear publicly I didn't appreciate how he handled the situation and how he took no accountability. But I believe the hatred Mr. Honor had for Mr. Umar Johnson and the anger I had for Mr. Umar Johnson, us coming together, the lines were blurred. But Mr. Honor knew there was a life check. I've told this story numerous times. There's no need to rehash it. What I want to say, I appreciate this woman looking from the outside. Let's continue.
I tell you, she's so goddamn stupid. You heard the girl said your check was fake. She ain't say it was another check. People that got paid before checks, no. She said your check is fake, and you like, I appreciate her for looking at it for the. Oh, she's saying the same shit. What are you saying? All she's saying is that you and him is in it together. You know what I mean? Yeah, we said that Jaguar Wright. I think Jaguar Wright might be crazier than Mary Ann. But she don't even realize she's insulting her. Like that's crazy. Like it's going over her head that she is not saying that she agreed with you. And then I keep telling y'all, watch her words and how she's using them. She's is trying to point out that Honors hate him and that she's just mad at him. Watch. That's her out to get back with Umar. That is her way back in with Umar. Because she's going to go back and say, hey, I'm not mad at, I was just mad at you because XYZ. He hated you. I was just mad at him. I'm telling you, pay attention to her words, man. Come on, speak on it, SoleSoundz.
Let me
anybody, this go for men and women. Anybody that ever had somebody cheat on you, or you could have been the cheater, and y'all talk about certain conversations, then when they come in and throw it back in your face, and you would say certain things, and it'd be like where you either omitted something or you worded it in a certain way. Where it could be like, I wasn't lying, but you wasn't really telling the truth either, because you either omitted something or you worded it in a way that could have been deceptive or gave you a way out.
Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think Mary Ann's gonna go back with Omar?
She want to be back with Umar. She want to be back with both of them. She want to be back with both of them.
Yeah, I mean, I could see Omar, but I don't know about the other one, man.
She want to be with Lenon, man. It's more beneficial. She lost like thousands of subscribers within like a couple of hours. She feels like she needs to be a part of something. See that motherfucker in the hood, right? That whatever set is popping, that's what they with. Non-trade popping, they non-trade. Mac Bowler come out, they Mac Bowler. Hounds come out, they hounds. Millers out, they millers. Whatever's popping, whatever's the fast, she runs with that shit.
Yeah.
Now she on Afro Bengali shit.
Sway with the wind type of people. There's really no backbone to them. They just...
You said you crossing the street if you see her. I do think she's batshit crazy too, man. But I'm telling you, she chases behind whoever act like they gonna give her a little bit of any type of credit, like, hey, you this, you that. This Mr. Goddamn looks so familiar, man. This look like Mo. It look like the homie Mo. This is Mo. We got.
I tell you this much: if Leon is happily married,
Lenon, you know, fucked it up so bad. Just say honest, man, because I'm fucking it up now. It ain't Leonard. Don't listen to her. She say the wrong name every time, bro.
Yo, that means Omar's up for grabs, man. Cause he ain't, the way he moving, he ain't getting locked down anytime soon, man. He gonna be talking his way into a whole bunch of different sizes of underwear. You know, giving these Pan-African speeches to death.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, too. And I look at stuff, right? So most of y'all know is if you go to my channel, you see I'm in the military, right? And then like in the leadership position, we got to look at things from all angles before we make decisions on stuff, so that we can know if the risk outweigh the reward outweighs the risk. You know, we call it operational risk management, right? ORM. And then I also look at my mind. I always think of what's this person angle? Like, why the hell are you trying to do? Like, what do you get out of it? Some people don't have, but I also one of my favorite Master Chiefs, one of my leaders over time. I remember he sat us down maybe about 10 years ago. We was on the ship and he was asking us, do I see this as a cup half full or half empty? And if all of us gave our shit, and I was like, oh, I see it half full, one person half empty, all of us. And he said, oh, I don't see it neither way. I see it as a cup of water, and I got to make the best decision with that cup at this time and live with it. And a lot of times we either optimistic and we can get, you know what I mean, make the wrong decision, or we pessimistic and make the wrong decision because we looking at it instead of looking at it for what it is and move on. You know? Appreciate that. And I had to start being like that and being neutral with it and stuff. And that's why with her situation, I was looking at it from all angles. And I told her, if anybody watched, I said, yo, if you come on here and say, yo, we was lying, I just wanted to we was pulling the play, you know what I mean? Blah, blah, blah. I could respect that. You got caught, move on. Look at China Birmingham. He got known for making fake paperwork on Jim Jones, and his shit is still thriving, you know? She would have took a hit, but she make up all these stories like, oh, she knew that he was going to throw her under the bus the day before. She went to the bank and like, shut up. But she need to go get counseling.
I'll tell you this much. She going to have more people throwing her under the bus if she thought that was something. All these shenanigans is just making you a bigger target for people to talk about.
Yeah, I could definitely see Umar manipulating her because she wants to be accepted so bad. She wants to be down. So she's Brandy, just want to be down.
Yeah, but now this is a situation she's putting herself in. Because now, if she wants to be down so bad, somebody who's an opportunist is definitely going to take advantage of her.
This is Jaguar Right. We're going to play the Afro Singali one next. But this Jaguar Right, I guess, because this was her latest. We're going to do the other one next. Appreciate that. Yeah, she definitely wanted clout. That's all she wanted. That's why she keep coming at Leon, because I'm telling you that her coming at Honors, she's getting views. Her putting out her shit in that whack ass dating advice joint. The only good thing about that dating advice show, she fucking combed her hair. Like she actually had her hair looking. I'd rather she either get that shit twisted if she gonna have locks, or she comb that shit or put a wig on. But just letting it just sit there like a little rat nest, that's not cool. And if somebody love her, they need to tell her that shit. Right, yes, I do. I treat everything like an investigator that goes with truth. I can't find an issue with the way Lenon handled this. Yeah, she want to be a victim so bad. And my thing is, if you don't like him, just move on. And if you want to start your own sector where you coming at him, do that too. That's your prerogative.
That's too much, man. Somebody love you. Ain't supposed to let you come out the house looking like that, man.
Yeah, salute. But that's my thing too. If you knew that he was going to throw you under the bus the day before, which we know is untrue because you gave that raw reaction when she was yelling and screaming up there, you know? She gave that raw reaction. That's how she was hurt, because she felt like he owed her some like layer of loyalty and shit, you know? That's like, she don't understand the corporate world, which I could understand. That's why I told him when I said my piece on it, I'm like, if they have the rapport like how she put it out there, he could have gave her more time, you know? Like I can't use how I would handle a situation with you because me and you we're not friends from here. We down from growing up together. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a different relationship.
Yeah, so it's like we got a genuine, real relationship that go over 30 years, you know? No, shit, longer than. How old are we? We 43? Yeah. So we got over 30 years, you know?
Yeah, man.
You old as shit, bro.
Shit, you older.
What, like a couple of months?
That makes a difference. I don't give a damn.
Yeah, that was me telling the dude at work that he was like, "What's up?" He was like, "Hey, Chief, you gonna mentor me?" I was like, "Hell no, nah, you older than me." And he like 2 weeks older than me. He's like, "Motherfucker, you know more about the Navy." I'm like, "Shit, you still my elder."
Yeah, that is wild, man.
Yeah, let's finish hearing her lies, man, so we can get into that Afro Svengali joint.
All of that momentum. He's been building all of this momentum on this big takedown. Offer the evidence to be fake. And so, you know, I've just been going around the algorithm and I've been looking and watching. And now, and it was just really interesting because once all of that got exposed and people looked to him, he says, "I'm sorry. I trusted her. I believed what she had to tell me. And that's why I didn't know. But she's a liar, and she will be given no more grace from me. And I apologize, and woo. And now
let's pause her for a second. What she's saying is absolutely true. He gave a simple, bland apology and refused to take accountability for his part in all of this. He knew there is a life check, and I would continue letting you know he knew there is life check. But let's continue.
On her. So now all of these content creators are making this middle-aged woman, because she looks like she's in her 50s. And don't get me wrong, I'm nobody's spring chicken. I'm going to be 49 this year. But I know she's older than me.
And let's pause.
And now
I am healthy, I am fit, and I look amazing for my age. I work out 3 times a week. Yes, I'm 4'11". My weight is 126. But let's continue.
Content. Now she's the story. She's the liar. She's the this.
You want to hear the crazy shit? Her and Umar is like the same age, bro. And Umar pops look younger than both of them. That's crazy.
Guess they ain't eating right.
That's crazy. DJ was good.
She's that. And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, you know, she shouldn't be held accountable. But for her to be the only person being held accountable, in my opinion, is kind of crazy. And especially considering that the person that brought her here hasn't been held into question at all. How does anybody even know who Lenon Honor is? Like, would we even know who he was if it wasn't for his content? Umar.
And she is absolutely right.
You know how damn stupid that is, though? Of course, that's what he do content on.
Yeah.
You know? That's what he do content on. Of course, that's why we know him. And then Mary Ann, nobody knew about that whack-ass movie or nothing until he brought you on there. So cut it out.
This is the end of this video. I appreciate her insight. I appreciate her looking from outside as a neutral person, but able to give an adult opinion, able to be not taking sides, but to point out both parties should be held responsibility. Like I said,
it's responsible.
Lines were blurred. Mr. Honor had that check in his possession for 3 weeks. He knew. Thank you for some of you that took the time to look at this. Like I said, without interruption, you could go to her page if you want to catch.
All right, that's enough. I want to give introduction, but she's so damn stupid. I told y'all she ain't realized the woman was insulting her the whole thing. She said you was down with the scam, girl. She ain't say nothing. What she's saying is that Leonard should be getting to work too. That's all. but she was saying that you was down with the scam. That's all.
She's a bad judge of character.
That's why I said when I mentor her, you know what I mean? If she let me mentor her, I teach her that too. Like, you can't be all trusting anybody that tell you cute. Don't believe them that you're pretty. Like, that's like some shit your father should have told you. You can't believe dudes tell you that shit, you know? Anybody that tell her that some shit she want to hear, she running with that shit. Now, this the video I was telling you about with the other one that she hates this dude so bad. Like the comment section, when I read the comment section, I knew she was going to do a video on this shit because she was all in the comment section trying to coochie bump with this girl.
Good evening. I want to bring you this video to bring you the perspective of anti-Afro skun.
Dominique was good.
I apologize if I didn't pronounce her name properly, but you will see her link. And
we know damn well you can't pronounce nothing with an S properly.
I encourage you all after this video to check out her page and to give her a like and subscription. She has enlightened me. She is non-biased. She's not on any side. She's giving us information, factual information. This is not my traditional style video. This isn't for everybody. This video will require some brain power to go through it. Let's go.
They also
SoleSoundz, but now you see what I said. What I tell you, she tried to insult people without trying to sound like she insulting people.
Yeah, but she's very obvious when she does it. Like,
yeah. She put on that fake Ayama Save My Life, and she said, "This video is not for everybody, and you're gonna need some brain power." You can't use the letter S or make things plural or say, and all that fake ass. She speak multiple languages. I work with people that speak multiple languages, and they usually think faster because they know the nuance of speaking multiple languages.
And they probably use S's.
Yeah,
that's the thing. That's why I be feeling like it's the pot calling the kettle black around here.
Yeah. She be bugged out with her shit. Like, girl, cut it the fuck out.
Speaking about like that, there's a section of supporters that are not so happy, that are trying to pull some legal moves on you.
No, they're not supporters. The people who are out there, first of all, I'm not under no federal investigation. That's a lie.
Okay.
Struggle stream a lie. And the people putting it out there are not supporters at all.
Wow. See what they're peddling is there's a class action.
The narrative is we're the supporters.
I want to pause just to point out how the interviewer is bringing the class action lawsuit up to 40, how he abruptly cut him off. But we're not going to really focus on this. We're going to focus on what Anti-Afro Sandalis has to say. Let's continue. Thank you.
We got issues. That's all lies.
Wow.
They are haters masquerading as supporters. Jealousy and envy.
Anti-Afro Bengalis, the federal investigation as it relates to Umar Johnson. What's it all about? Or is there about anything? Does it exist or not? What I'm going to do, I'm going to play some clips for you. And based on what you hear, I'm going to come back. I got to set some things straight. I got to provide some facts. And I have to weed out fiction. I'm going to clarify more for you. So stay tuned. And I most certainly will return.
I want to deal with the.
Yes, Queen, we will stay tuned. Please enlighten us all because we need to be informed. Let's go.
Bank side first, because like you said, you were debanked. Some of the reports came out, and a lot of the content creators were reacting because for the first time in your career, you asked for personal donations.
Yeah, because I was debanked too. In other words, while we was the bank, we couldn't access no money. So my personal account is froze, and the school's account is froze. And I didn't know how long they was going to be froze.
Did they give you a reason?
I still don't have a reason. And guess what? They said they didn't have to supply one. Yes.
Wow.
Let me tell you too, he lying his ass off because let's say like if your bank account is frozen, right? First off, he ain't never say that debank shit to recently. He said it was frozen, and then one of those the shit that he was on before that I did the reaction to when Bruce hit me up with it. He said his shit was unfroze. They gave him a check. He opened up a new bank account. Now, fast forward 3 months later, with another Mary Ann fairy tale, now he was debanked. They will tell you your account is frozen because it's sufficient. Like you are under suspicion of blah 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 fraudulent activity on your behalf. You know what I mean? Before your story was that these people try to get in your bank account, they would have just changed all your stuff around and gave you a new account number and move on, you know?
Protocol, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people nowadays, that's common, people breaking into your shit. So he's full of it and shit. And then like just to kill the suspense with some shit, if somebody's under active investigation, they're not talking to nobody. That's not public record. It'll be a sealed indictment until they unseal it. And when they unseal it, they come to make arrests. You know what I mean? So, especially with the feds, you know what I mean? So, all this shit they saying, the only way they would have information or they are part of the witnesses or somebody that's telling. And that's why they would have been cut that off. The feds would cut. That's why the feds got a 98% conviction. Well, they say 98%, but let's realistic. It's in between 90 and up, you know, because people, most of their shit is because people telling, and most people cop out. Most people don't take their shit to trial with the feds. You get what I'm saying? And then they investigate for years. But if he's doing bank fraud, it ain't much to investigate. They could look in there, get him for misappropriation of funds, and boom, his shit wasn't frozen. The motherfucker's broke. He's broke. That's what it is. He's broke.
Without donations.
And then think about it, if his shit was frozen and he was debunked, where the fuck did the money come to pay her? Because it's around the same time, player.
I know that's right.
And then she know that he ain't pay her because she tried to say he came with cash. But if he getting most of his donations electronic, how he got it out in cash because he ain't even got a bank account to transfer the money from PayPal to or Apple Pay. But she ain't even thinking when she told that bullshit story. And then she said Dollar Bank in Philly is no Dollar Bank in Philly. It's in fucking Pittsburgh, which he could drive to Pittsburgh, but she claimed he don't, like he just walked in the bank with 68,000. You're already under, you know what I mean? Your bank's being frozen. You walk in with 68,000 to deposit. And then that person you deposit in that shit, they pull out the check to get to you, and then you open up a bank account to bust the check. And then as soon as that shit clears, you take it out and put it in another bank. That don't sound like all of y'all was in cahoots to do some riot fraud.
Mm-hmm.
But she tell these stories, but don't think it all the way through on how she might walk herself right into a conspiracy charge. Because let's say, you ever heard of ghost drugs?
Not exactly. I'm sure I know what it is, but you got
for the listening audience, this is ghost drugs. We all hear about how the feds come and get these convictions, right? And they even have somebody that's an informant. And the informant will say, hey, we're going to use Big Meech because we know he's a known drug dealer that was convicted and he did his time, right? So let's say Big Meech, this informant went to Big Meech and was buying drugs off of Big Meech. He went to Big Meech and Big Meech sold him 10 kilos, right? And then he tell him like, yep, I bought 10 kilos off of him. So then they picked him up. He's like, I'm going to give it up that I got it from him. Hey, I usually get 10 kilos from Big Meech once a month. All they got is the original 10 kilos that they know that he bought from him and caught him with. Then they might hit him and be like, well, how long have you been buying these 10 kilos from him? I've been buying these 10 kilos off of him for 2 years. Now, when they lock Meech up, they say, hey, we got you for selling 2,400 kilos because they add up that if you did 10 bricks for 24 months, you sold him 24, even though all we can improve is the physical attempt, but off of his testimony and shit, because they could also cover it up like, hey, he was selling them as he was getting them. You did?
Gotcha.
And then that's why they say the ghost drugs. But she say this shit and she will wrap herself in her own conspiracy because she putting these videos out here. They don't care about if it's true. They're going to use her own words to convict her because they're going off for what you said. And they not going to go with the If she really did open a bank account just to cash it, he can say, yo, I go for that so she could wash it for me. He could be totally lying. But what they said in Trinity, it ain't what you know is what you could prove. And it was it look like, and perception be realities for a lot of people. So she could walk herself right into an indictment trying to fuck him over. Like, mom just say, you did 1 grade, div 2.
Now that's powerful.
So you're deep
with that shit.
and all of a sudden, and the money froze with no promise of when it's going to be released. They gave me a date, right? And then that date came, and I still ain't got my money. So I'm calling around the lawyers and everything. And the one lawyer, like, it's hard to get your money back from these banks. I said, what?
Let's pause before we move on.
And he said he had a team. Why you got to call around for lawyers if you got a team?
Yeah, where your team?
Lawyers so be on the staff.
On this clip, at the time when his money was frozen, this is the time where Delaware was paid a large amount of cash, and this is a time where he settled at a settlement in Ohio for $68,600. Let's continue.
So you see what I'm saying? So she trying to say her timeline is off. He paid the bills in Delaware, and we can't even say he paid. Somebody paid with a power of attorney, right? Because it's the LLC that people are saying that it ain't too much proof that he even owned those buildings because it was deeded over for $10 when you go to the site. Dig?
Right.
But they paid the, you know what I mean? This shit. The lawyer, whoever went in there that had the power of attorney, you dig? So her saying that, and then she's talking like it ain't her. She talk about, you said that it was 68,000, right? So at her calculations, if he had to pay 68, right? 600 to her plus 72,000. That's 140,000. You think the IRS ain't gonna want to account for that shit? Why she ain't showing that she had to account for that shit? Because she would have to pay. It ain't an inheritance. She would have to pay taxes on that too.
Hell yeah. Look,
I think at like about 27%.
IRS want their money. You could owe them $300. They want that.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So they can miss me with that bullshit.
That's why when she's saying that, like, oh, he this and that, I'm like, nah, man. Like you talking to people that if they don't know how it go, and then he did not settle with you because you said y'all didn't go into court, so it's no proof. So how is this a settlement at that time? And then you said he paid the court in cash. What court is letting you pay them in cash for that amount of money?
Nope.
Because even if you're doing a cash payment to go buy your house, they're gonna give it to you in a check format. You could get a cashier check. Most banks don't want you walking out of there with cash.
Yeah. Personal check if anything, but they ain't gonna.
Yeah.
Hell no. No cash.
I'm trying to pull up that joint that shows that he paid that shit off. I'll let it play while I pull it up that he how he paid off the shit that it says that somebody came in on his behalf. It wasn't him.
Right now, I'm so close. I have the federal investigations there. Mary Ann came out. She said that she was running a federal investigation. She doesn't know anything about the federal investigation. That's all me. That's all me. And then on top of that, if there is updates that I can provide, how is she going to be able to do? And I told plenty of content creators, I said, hey, this is a bad idea. She cannot run that. She can't run it because she doesn't have the updates. They ignored me.
So let's debunk one thing with her before we go into her story, right? Let me see. So when you go on the website, right? I done been here before, so you know. Go to that case now. Oh shit, I went too far back. All right. You see it right here. Wilmington. We'll make it big. Wilmington. The lawyer for the city. Same old. You see it goes against Frederick Douglass, RBG International Leadership Academy. And that was his new LLC. His first LLC, because they're going to get in there talking about he got the cease and desist in Pennsylvania. That was under his old LLC. Not to be a sympathizer for him, but we going to call a baller, strike, and, you know, we ain't going to let our dislike for him cloud us. So it tells you the initial filing, everything about the situation. You know what I mean? Like, unlike her, we real curators to this, you know? We ain't fucking taking a cell phone, making a copy of somebody else's video and can't even hold the cell phone straight. We gonna bring the facts to it. We ain't gonna say it's facts because we like what they saying. You know? So it showed all the emotions. It showed how they couldn't get into it. It shows how he it was gonna go up to us. And then it says, right? Judgment is satisfied, you know?
Okay.
So it showed, like, for the disposition, he paid it off August 20th, right before the auction date. So try and show where it says that he was or an issue filing fee, blah blah blah, interjointly, blah 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 blah. So it shows, it breaks down the charges that it was $20,000 for the water and sewage charges, $4,600 for the vacant registration. Well, I just say, water and sewage. Judgment amount was for $20,000.
Yeah.
Water and sewage $4,600. Vacant registration fee was $15,000, and then regular penalties for not paying was $200. And the entry was, it shows when they did it on the 6th of August. She's saying this is all around the same time. So he got it on the 6th of August. A couple of weeks later, about 2.5 weeks later, he paid it. Right here where it said judgment satisfied docket on August 21st, 2025. This judgment, debt, interest, course fully paid and satisfied on the 20th of August, 2025. Remember, Umar said that he walked in that motherfucking court himself with the cash on that interview. Y'all all seen that, right? He said that he walked in there and paid it. What does it say right here?
It says it's satisfied.
The court is fully paid and satisfied on the 20th of August by this. Is this Umar Johnson name or any name he go by?
Nope.
Colin Renman, is that his name?
Colleen.
It said
Redman.
by power of attorney. Remember, he said he walked in there and they couldn't believe a black man had the money.
Colleen.
Y'all remember he said that?
So a female paid that. Look like.
But remember, he said he walked in there on that latest interview and he threw the money out there, and he said that they couldn't believe that a black man had that much money. She could have looked this up too before she got on here and said all that shit, you know?
I'm just saying, why you had to lie about that though?
He lie about stuff and he act like he don't understand what public records is. That's his problem. He act like he don't understand what public records are.
Too close to my goal to be sitting up playing with creeps and weirdos. I can't do it. If you're trying to posture with me, I can't do nothing about that. I threw the deuces up and was like, I can have it. You can have it. I don't want it. You'll be out of it if you didn't insert yourself. Okay, listen to this bullyish behavior. Y'all look at this. This is bully. Then why are you defending her now? You'd be out of it if you didn't insert
I like the
yourself.
RoboCop picture.
Ma'am, I'm a grown-ass woman. If I decide to speak on something, why is that a problem?
The federal investigation or
Before the Queen, Afro Singales pick up from this
Singales.
clip. This is Lene Stack. I, behind closed door, has connected with Lene. We have made peace. There are people behind the scene that tried to cause division. Lene had her own stuff going. I have my own stuff going. When we connected and dot the I's, cross the T, we understood what was going on. Her and I are at peace, but let's see what the Queen has to say.
Not regarding Umar Johnson, depend on what position you want to take. I want to address
You just like
the frustration that's expressed by Renee. I certainly understand the frustration because she's been sitting on these platforms being lied to over on Lenon Honor's channel, to through and through, and this other subject's channel, who insist on telling everyone that he started any and everything that has to do with Umar Johnson and fraud on social media. The first.
Why she can't hold that shit still?
Information, also a lie. I certainly don't want to detour because I'm here to talk about the federal investigation, but I guarantee you, Lenon Honor or this other subject took special care to omit for these newbies all the different types of.
And as I pause on the Queen, when she refers to newbie, she's referring to Mary Ann Lorient and Lene Stack. Let's continue. Lene Stack.
How the hell she know that? She really think the world
revolves around her.
Yeah, you know what I noticed? You know my word that I hate.
Oh,
but it describes her. You know the N word.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I hate the N word, guys. And that's narcissist. Because I felt that like now you don't really hear it as much as you used to, but like in 2021, 2022, 23, that shit was overused out of context. And she's a narcissist. If you listen to everything she says, she thinks everything is evolved around her. When she don't even realize she's the blunt of the joke.
Yo,
this are new in this new tube sector. We're a babe in this sector. But let's continue. As the Queen enlighten us and inform us with factual information. Again, this is not my traditional style form of video. This video takes some brain power. It's not for everyone.
How somebody that's slow as shit gonna say it takes brain power and she done prove over and over again that she can't process common sense.
That's what make it hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
Violence threatened, rape and murder, sexual torture towards those doing content, their family and their children, labeling people child molesters, false allegations from A to Z, just made up out of whole cloth, calling people's places of employment or other income source, lying, making shit up, trying their hardest to disrupt the lives of innocent people, making.
Yeah, she do call her Renee.
I apologize for her language. She's very passionate. Now, I could testify. Sometime in these YouTube space, we can overshare information where it can spill in real life and hurt innocent people. In the last video that I dropped, I explained to you guys how I overshared and it victimized someone who was innocent. Let's go.
False reports to the police and sending.
Now, remind y'all, just for the people that's just tuned in, this innocent person is a figment of her imagination. You hear me? She never even said nobody's name. So how could an innocent person that nobody knows get hurt, man? Like, it's a figment of her imagination.
Yeah,
people's homes, stealing information from the Social Security Administration system and passing it around the YouTube streets where people post it. They're not going to tell you any of that. They told you none of that. This I will guarantee. They told you they were victimized by the people they victimized. But ask them how many police reports have they filed. Stuff had to be handled with the FBI and multiple other law enforcement agencies coming in here. But not just showing up in YouTube and social media to track things. went to people's jobs and knocked on doors, getting up in folks' faces who were engaging in this bullshit in these YouTube streets. So we already have experience with the FBI. Yeah, I'm going to talk about police reports in a minute as it relates to the FBI investigation. This is how sick.
Thank you, Queen. I pause for a minute. So, what she's explaining to you as channel members, what goes on behind closed doors among different YouTube content creators, the backstabbing, the throats slitting, and all the evilness that goes within this space, the bullying that goes within this space. But let's continue. Please, Queen, enlighten us.
Yo, that's what I mean. She not that bright. She ain't say nothing of the sort. She said that if this man is under federal investigation, they're not going to tell you this stuff and you cover to YouTube. You wouldn't know. And she said, let me tell you, family, the backstabbing. Girl, when we get off the computers, we don't hang out with you. She act like we we work at the same job and we going cubicle to cubicle and then trying to cut throat at the water cooler. Like, she bugged out, man.
Like, her life is YouTube right now.
Yeah, she bugged out, man. Like, she in her feeling so bad that she got put on blast. So now she trying to cover, and anybody who she think is on her side, they just mention her name and they ain't calling her stupid straight out. Like, she's insulting you the way you try to insult people when you just not catching it. Like I never seen somebody of that age that's just so out of whack with reality that she don't even see that she's being insulted. I was about to lie and say I feel sorry if I don't, but it's just crazy. She sat there and told, yo, y'all on here saying this and that. She's talking about you and Lene to a certain point. She's talking about both of y'all.
Yeah. You gotta feel bad for her in the sense you be like, damn.
Shout out to my guy, Rem Run.
Oh no.
Thanks to him, I was on the fucking panel with her crazy ass.
All right. Salute.
No, she ain't tell us nothing but make us more confused. But yo, she don't even realize she being insulted. That's what makes it so funny to
listen,
me.
And we're here to be informed.
Twisted and disgusting these subjects have become in that Umar Johnson sector. Surely they didn't tell you any of that, and they were part of it. They were involved one way or the other, commission and omission, and of course, grand scale snaking and backstabbing. You just saw it with your very eyes. The bad tempers, the back.
I take that back. I guess she was talking about her. She said 2 newbies, all right. 2 dummies. Oh, but she talking shit about them. She said Mary Ann Lorient and 2 newbies were set upon by 2 of the most venomous Lenon Johnson contact desperate for backstabbing. So she calling them stupid that he was able to use them.
That's basically what she's saying.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell Mary Ann, like I told Lenon, like, see, they got an updated picture of Honors right here. That's cool. He eating good, too. You see, he gained a lot of weight, boy. He eating good. I like it. But stop putting this 15-year-old picture of her up there, man, with these filters and shit.
Stabbing, the snaking.
That shit with the rat nest.
It played out right in front of the world. I don't give a damn what anyone tries to ignore. The facts are the facts, and they played out right here, live and in color. So let's go to the federal investigation.
Thank you. She's not here to take sides. She's not here to cheer anyone. She's just laying out the fact. And let's be open-minded and receive the information and understand the facts. Continue, Queen.
Open-minded, and the fact is something that can be proven. And you are so slow. She is taking sides. Anybody seeing this could tell she don't like Honors. She's mad at Honors, and she's mad at whoever the hell the smoking monkey is supposed to be. You know, whoever on picture that is. So she is taking sides, stupid. Like I tell her, she want to talk like Ayama saved my life, and I'm going to talk like DMX on that episode. Shut the fuck up. But she's bugging. I'm going to find that clip. I'm going to find that shit. Let me find that shit. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. Continue.
Investigation. Lene Stacks. She was being challenged and was offended that people were saying she was not involved with a federal investigation, or Umar Johnson. You heard Umar Johnson, right? I'm not under any federal investigation. Okay, a person under federal investigation may or may not know. But who can say definitively that you're not under a federal
Oh, I
investigation,
thought the
especially
baby
if
was
you're
crying.
black?
That's somebody in this fucking video.
Black folks in these investigative agencies.
Powerful.
So for Umar Johnson to come on here definitively making a statement, obviously is not to be trusted. Umar Johnson, however, is not going to come on and say certain things until his stress level.
And I'm gonna tell you this, right, Joe? If you caught it like I caught it, she double talking. You said he wouldn't know he under investigation. They ain't gonna say he won't come on and say he'll investigate. How he gonna talk about what he don't know?
She was throwing me through a loop, and then be in the background talking about powerful. I'm like,
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, what?
Oh yeah, she did talk crazy about her too. Go ahead. I'm gonna let it play while I look for that clip.
Was extremely high with respect to what is happening offline. Anything offline happening that poses a threat to him continuing to scam. So do not look to Umar Johnson to speak the truth about whether or not he's under federal investigation. If, and I say if, he actually knows. It's true, Lene would be the authority when it comes to what she has done and what information she has gathered, because she made the contact. This email she posted on her channel, she felt slighted, she felt offended because people were challenging her and her claims about a federal investigation and Umar Johnson. So this email comes from someone from the Victim Services Division of the FBI. The language here.
Now, I will say this, and I gotta give a shout out to my good sister, Mind Chaos Brew, that pointed it out on her channel. This Afro Spengali shit. One thing I could say I disagree with it. All right, you could block out some shit, but she covered up and she knows what she's doing to cover herself later. She said alleged email posted allegedly about Umar Johnson. She covered up the address that was already covered that said it came from an iCloud email. It ain't say it came from like organization. It came from an iCloud email, and what victim or anything that's of a official business is not going to be attached to an official email. Like I was going to be a .gov, .mil, you know, something like that. But iCloud means it's coming to your personal phone. So that means that you got somebody PII, which is personal identifiable information. So what if you lost some shit and it ain't in there encrypted? You get what I'm saying? That's leakage. That's spillage of information. iClouds get hacked all the time.
Which is why you need cybersecurity.
Yeah. So that right there, not saying it's a fake email, but that's suspect. But for her to take the time out to block that out, to me, that's my opinion, looking at it from all angles.
Yeah, you're right. There's something there's something in there. There's something in there that's fishy. Right there.
You know what I mean? And like we said, she mad at
FBI something division. Bureau division probably say.
But why FBI stand for bureau?
Yo.
You dig? That should stand for bureau. So why would you put bureau with that shit?
That shit is weird. That shit is weird. Victorian. I'm just trying to make out what I can see. Victorian.
Fucking computer acting stupid, but I think
Victoria could be.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like that's just, and like I said, I try not to look at nobody else shit before I give it. But when I seen that come across a good sister page and she pointed that out, and I'm like, that's a good point because they could be in trouble. But then most times when it's a victim advocate group, usually they're not a part of law enforcement because they're supposed to help you walk through the steps with law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
Or like I was a victim advocate for SA, you know, and you help them go through the process with it, you know. So usually it's an outside entity that help them go through the process, so they're not in the right mind frame because they was victimized. So you want somebody that's neutral and impartial to help. You see that, Mary Ann? The word is impartial, not partial. Unbiased, not biased. That's when you want them to look at it open-minded, not mind.
I can see you gonna end up on the panel with her again.
She don't want that smoke.
Yo. And I need to be tuned into that one. I gotta see this.
Would be considered inside conversation. Do not.
Now, please listen carefully. She's not on anyone's side. She's not tearing anyone down. She's simply pointing out facts and making it crystal clear for all of us.
And it's not a fact because we have no proof.
Powerful. Let's go.
Even for a second, folks, say that I'm defending Umar Johnson.
You are.
I'm critiquing this email and what information was provided. Outside of an inside conversation, this.
So is she defending Umar Johnson or she's tearing down Lynette? So which one is she doing?
Mm-hmm. It's one or the other.
Because she phrased it as that. And most of her shit lately, if you catch it, she's up there defending him, whether she want to or not.
This is a statement that should never be made public. Okay, the victim witness service assistant, provider, whatever the specific title is not a sworn law enforcement officer. You know, they work for the FBI. Now, the issue that is problematic in this email is this victim witness representative is speaking for an FBI agent. Is not appropriate. Emphasizing this was a email that was shared between two people and now it's come out into the public. So I'm commenting on it. I'm not asking for information. I'm going to make a statement.
She's simply commenting on it and is going to make a statement. Let's listen to what the Queen has to say. Thank you, Anti-Afro Sangalia. Thank you.
Statement. I don't know whether or not when they sat down with an FBI agent, if so, for how long, and what that all entails, and re-emphasizing, not asking. That conversation, that information should come from the FBI agent. Even so, a police officer, FBI agent, any sworn law officer is not going to make a statement like this. They don't make conclusions. Those conclusions are for a judge or a jury. Now, what they will do, they will report what they observed. They will report what they obtained from their investigation. They're not to say the person committed the crime. Even if they roll up on a scene and see a person opening fire with
I'm gonna let her say this part out and then I'm gonna debunk this shit too, she's saying.
Assault rifle. They're still gonna report what they saw. They're not gonna say the person committed the crime. There's no way they can get on a witness stand and make a statement like that, and you won't ever hear anything like that. They're taught.
Now that's a lie, because if you was up there, right, and say like you did a crime, right, and the judge, like for instance, I'm gonna use the homeboy that just came home that did the 22 years for that body, right? Part of the reason why he didn't get life is because the cops watched him do it. They said they was undercover at another joint, right? And then they came across and seen him being attacked. The other guy had to get dropped because they say they was in the commission of a crime. That's reporting what you seen. Because why would you get on the witness stand if you're not talking about a crime that was being performed? If it's a criminal case. You get what I'm saying? They're going to come up there as an expert witness, or they're coming up there as a witness to the crime if they seen it. So you can't say that you did da-da-da-da-da. You dig what I'm saying?
Yep.
You can't say a cop can't come up. Remember, it is legal that a cop can lie to you, but it's illegal if you lie to a cop. So for her to say you would never hear a cop say that, we've seen it plenty of times, bro. It's in the court transcript. I see him in the commission of a crime. He had such and such that appeared to be. They would say words like that. It appears to be that he was wearing dark clothing and was holding a semi-automatic weapon and fired in the direction the assailant. Yep. That's saying it's a crime. That's why you call him a assailant. And the victim is the wording of it.
Yeah, that's the verbiage. That's what they use.
Lene is in the building. Correct. I love when smart people come into the game. So when they decide to look at my page, they will see that this isn't the only one she's wrong. I know my perimeters. AS is wrong as fuck. So like I said, I see little things. I see the bias in her. I don't know. This my critique is mostly of the delusional elderly woman, and I call her elderly because people get upset when I call her elderly. So now I'm never gonna stop calling her elderly because she might be 52, but her mind is about 89 and is stuck in 1869. I have permission to point it out. Blah. Shout out to you. I bet you. All right, back to let's hear her with her shit. But I need what's her name to say something else I don't like so I could play my drop.
How to testify. You testify to what you observed, what you learned, what you investigated. This is not even a defense of Umar Johnson. This is explaining how our justice system works. Actually, the main reason why the police have to be very careful when they're speaking to victims and say as little as possible because it can ruin an investigation. Furthermore, if someone has made a report to a law enforcement agency and they happen to make a reference to that, where did it become an essential requirement that has to be proven? Now, if somebody wants to come in and prove it, they can prove it. But who the hell has to prove anything to anybody?
I like that meme.
All right. So now this is my retort to her with that, right? Once you come on a public platform, you open yourself up for anything. And when you state stuff as a fact, which everything she's saying is opinion based, you know?
Yep.
And let's say, and Lene, you can talk on your own, but I'm just spitballing, brainstorming, just putting things out here. Let's say, I ain't even gonna use your name. Let's use somebody else. Let's say me, right? I had some type of situation that I feel like I want to seek services for something. But let's say I don't want to press charges or whatever, you know, or it's not to that extent or may have you. I can still receive services. And if I want to talk about it and go through about it, I can do that. That's my right. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Some people handle things and look at things from all different angles. So for her to say, you can't do this, like she's one of those, she's doing the same shit that Mary Ann is doing. She just a tad bit brighter than Mary Ann, you know? Because Mary Ann, she's offending her and she's up there clapping, talking, powerful queen. Why are you crowning these people? They nobody, you know? But
they have you in her world.
Yeah. This chick talking about 1 minute she gonna say you ain't gotta prove nothing, but why are you up on here? You don't gotta prove nothing either. Why are you sitting there? You clapping for somebody to come fucking whatever your reason. The same way this chick talk about people asking for Cash App, but you monetize your pay. If you don't want to, you want to talk about people asking for Cash Apps, donations, anything else, go on the YouTube fucking on your dashboard, go to the part that says leave the partnership program and demonetize your damn channel. Since you're doing this for whatever reason you're doing it and not to get paid, Mary Ann, but you're not going to do that. That's why you're scrambling hard for a little $200. Because I doubt you making more than that.
They are only looking for that information for one reason and one reason only. They want to make money off of it. They don't give any shits about Umar Johnson being held accountable. And when I say they...
Let me pause. And I apologize for the clean language. Again, she's very passionate. So I was victim of this, running around, trying to prove, providing contents for others where they distort what I brought forth. And by me running around sharing sensitive information, someone was victimized, someone was hurt. That is a fact. But let's continue as the queen.
She don't know what a fact is because we cannot prove none of this because nobody even knows the name of this someone. Nobody knows the name of this someone. This someone don't exist. You know what I mean? She never put a name out, so how is they victimized? And this is how I feel when she talk like this fake Ayama saved my life.
Relationship with him, why you didn't talk to him? Because he wants to understand why you didn't talk to him.
You were always, not always, but most of the time, very hostile, and it was always.
So was you?
No, but just in the house, the way you would talk made me feel like beneath you. Even what you were saying was good.
Just give me an example of how I spoke to you that made you, you know what I'm saying? Feel like you were, you know.
I mean, it was years ago.
Just one example. Just one, since I've done it so much. This is such a major part.
What about today?
Lady, shut up, man. I'm talking about, no, listen, man. Listen, man, I'm not going for this.
I was talking to Xavier.
Damn, y'all, for real.
I was talking to Xavier. I'm not intimidated by you.
You gotta be intimidated, man. Stop running your mouth.
What about today?
I'm not even gonna have this debate, man.
What about today?
You do that.
And
when we'll talk, when she stop running her mouth. Damn it. That's what we'll man.
That's how I feel. She tried to talk like she, man. And I feel like him. Just shut the fuck up. Stop running your fucking mouth, man.
Break it down and explain to us. She is enlightening us. She is informing us because as channel member, we do not know of the backstabbing, the throat slitting that goes among other content creators. But let's continue. Thank you, Queen. Continue.
I'm talking about those with this disposition. Okay, there are some that want to hold Umar Johnson responsible, but there's more who want him to stay online so they can make money off of him.
Powerful.
The comment that Lene made, that it was all her in terms of FBI investigation. Now, specific to what she's reporting, and I don't know what you're reporting, I'm not asking. The FBI is one of dozens of federal agencies that can submit a referral.
So if she don't know, why the fuck are you talking about it? Right? She said, I don't know what's going on. But like, why are you talking about it? Why are you mad?
That's the secret sauce of her brain. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works.
That's the Afro Skungali, bro.
Oh man.
Like, why are you bad? Like, and you think it is what? We got worldwide shit going on. You think, dude, like she talk about nobody got to prove nothing to her. Like, what she think? People gonna come to her about anything? Like, I'm not understanding what made her the authority on this.
What made you so special?
Yeah, and she just like I never heard of her besides when I read her name in that fucking lawsuit and that she said. But shit.
I heard of her.
To the U.S. Attorney.
You said you heard of her?
Heard of her from your channel.
You saw Mary Ann, but the African man, I heard of her like 2 days ago.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody sent me a link, like, listen to this. And she was going in.
Consider a case for prosecution. Furthermore, there are other people who have come before Lene and reported Umar Johnson.
Powerful.
What they're not going to do is open up all these different investigations all over the place.
Yes, they will.
Ask yourselves, do you have access to confirm or deny Umar Johnson is under investigation?
Please,
again, when I
listen to her carefully. She is dropping knowledge and she is giving us factual information. Here we go, family. Listen.
Say you, I'm referring to whoever's listening.
Actual.
Do you know how you'd be able to find out whether there's an investigation open on Umar Johnson? Let me tell you first how you would not find out. You've made no reports. You have no relationship to any circumstance involving Umar Johnson and potential or alleged crimes.
Let me pause the Queen. So when she said, when one makes a report, they give you a report number. The individual who makes the report, it's who can reach out to the detective, the unit that's conducting the investigation. Even at this time, they are limited to what they will share with you. If someone does not make a report, they can't obtain information. But like they circulate for a week now that Patrick Bishop wasn't in existence, but now they know he's exists, but they're not even bringing that to light to the average lay channel member. But Queen, continue.
The FBI, oh, this is Joe.
So for the average member, I called them online. You said he was a detective investigating him, and he's a regular cop, and he's not investigating. I don't even think he's a ranking cop, because he said he had to get with his sergeant, and he said that they're not investigating that. It's a civil case. That means you could sue him for whatever you said that he did. Mm-hmm. So they not investigating him, you lying son of a... Like she's full of shit. And then I'll tell you, she the type of girl, she was that ugly girl that somebody told her she was cute, and she believed every word of it, man. They told her she was pretty, that her hair looked nice, and she was like, for real? And she just ran off with him. Now they can't get rid of her, man. But she's bugged out. And then she don't even know this lady. This lady's sitting here insulting her. She's proving that you're lying, that they not investigating off of you, and you still fucking running with it like it's powerful. Ain't nothing she ain't say shit profound yet.
I mean,
you can sound. Speak to an agent. Okay, they like to put them on the phone because you never know what people are going to say. They rotate duty. There's people who do intakes. They're not all FBI agents, by the way. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. I want to know, do you have an open investigation on Umar Johnson? You're not getting shit. Ask yourself, how do you get information? How can you confirm or deny? First and foremost, have you ever reported Umar Johnson to any of these agencies?
Powerful.
See here, the FBI is listed. It would be...
Now, that's my thing, right? That's how I could tell. I don't know, maybe because we grew up and how we grew up, and we, you know what I mean? We was taught to duck these motherfuckers. Who the fuck is gonna call the cops? Who calls the prison to report somebody doing a crime?
No one.
She put the Bureau of Prisons in this old, decrepit bat gonna say powerful. Who's gonna call the Bureau of Prisons to report Umar Johnson? Who's gonna call Homeland Security to report Umar Johnson?
The best thing they put
I can see you calling the EPA on the buildings, right? Then FBI, federal, like the FDIC. Do she even know what the FDIC is? She just Googled some shit, cut and pasted on here, and then got this old dingbat screaming powerful. And that's why she gets gotten taken advantage of, because she's so slow. Nobody said he didn't exist. We saying that you did not talk to him about that. You went and sat in the lobby and was like, they know I got camera, they know this and that. And then as soon as he came out or whatever, you cut it off. They probably said, lady, you got to get the hell out the building. She cut off the camera and then went back outside and put boot on ground.
Yeah,
she is full of it.
Bugging. Look, the best thing they got up here is the breakdown of all the acronyms. That's all. She's seen that. It's like powerful.
And I don't think she know how these places work. You know what I'm saying? Like they are different entities of the federal government, but she don't realize what their actually jobs are and how they actually work. Let's go call the U.S. Marshals on Umar Johnson. They're gonna come from him if he got a warrant. He got a federal warrant. They're gonna come look for him, the U.S. Marshal, and you can't call them. They're gonna send them after them. Like she's like these cats don't know shit about how the world works, you know?
Smuggling essential oils.
Like, shout out to Mind Chaos Brew, but this is like some shit is just calm and saying. Then all right, I'm so mad at Umar Johnson. I'm gonna call a Secret Service.
Yeah,
to work with to go after Umar Johnson. Then I'm gonna call the fucking post office inspection service for him. I mean, they could. Somebody did send him a pound of elephant shit.
That was probably good luck.
Like it's certain shit that they just put out here. You know what? Like the Social Security Administration, and then she's like powerful. Powerful. Like it don't make no damn sense, man.
Gonna come after him to get some money. Yo, this is crazy, bro.
She got boot on ground, but her elevator don't go up.
Yo.
She's from Brooklyn. That's why I talk about Brooklyn.
And
shout out to my people in Brooklyn.
Seriousness would depend on whether or not you are willing to give your name, your contact information, supporting documentation. Are you available for follow-up? Are they requesting clarification or more information from you?
Powerful.
If you're in a situation that I described, then you would be in a position to obtain information as to whether there's an investigation.
Thank you,
It
Queen.
doesn't mean they're going to pull you into their office and sit you at their workstation and let you go through the computer system.
Correct.
No, all they're gonna do is take down your statement, like we just seen with the Epstein's file, and it's gonna say the information you're gonna give, and it's gonna be your victim statement, witness statement, or allegation. That's what they're gonna do, and they will see if it's anything worth investigating or not. None of this shit where they're gonna be like, "Oh, what are you?" No, bitch. If you're gonna snitch, be a full snitch. And guess what? You're gonna have to incriminate yourself too. Because you was down with it. You made that whack ass movie in your house with an iPhone and an Android phone. And then she keep talking about this room 130 like they was in a real hotel. That shit was a motel. You came in from outside, bro. It's a motel. You bragging about putting him in a motel, bro.
I guess.
And then it's another thing about room 140, right? Or 130, whatever the fuck it is, right? He said old boy sponged his hair, right? He owns a what's the name of that shit? He owns his own shop, right? So if he was on set to 2 a.m, right, and he washed and conditioned his hair, right? Where did they stop to get the stuff at? And why wouldn't they just drive to his shop?
Yeah, that's suspect as hell.
You know what I mean? Like,
suspect.
Make it make sense.
Well, he must have got a good tip if he come in this.
And look how fat and decrepit is. You think his big ass gonna be able to hang over a little sink in that motel room they was in?
That shit not set up for that, bro.
And do Umar look like he washed his ass, let alone his hair?
He would
be standing in front of that school shivering with fucking ash and all that. He don't even lotion. You think he conditioning his hair? Make it make sense.
Hey, he probably would for a nice Pan-African sister.
Oh, this a dude they said was doing that shit.
Yo. Oh, man.
He said he must have got a big tip. Pause. Yo, dude did hang up with her because she's like, don't you be on your bullshit, Mary. Then we should have knew something was wrong with her then because she said some stalker shit. She said that he lived in this high-end condo and she went there to walk around so she could see the people that live there to talk to him. That's some stalker shit.
It ain't even that serious. You want to talk to him? IG him.
Yeah, but she said she did that for the dude. And then she said she knows him from Cleveland. Then said, like her story, like the Soundz was there. She was lying to us from the gate. And that room 130, she mad because, like, for all y'all that don't know, I mean, y'all probably heard me say, I'm from the hood. I'm from the South Bronx, from Boston Road. He said, like, I don't even feel sorry for the chick that he kicked out the room, but for this simple fact. Y'all had to catch a ride over there, right? And she said her cousin drove her and told her, I'm not driving you back because I ain't got enough gas to get back, right?
So she had no money to pay for gas. Okay.
Yeah, so he popped her and then kicked her out at that. So he told you from the gate, yo, after whatever happens, you out of here, right? She, I guess, thought he was playing. According to Mary Ann, kicked out, and then you sat there for 2 hours waiting. You couldn't even get your own cab. Why are you going anywhere? Yo, like I told my baby moms, my first one back in the day, if you waking up with wet poom, dry pockets, and an empty refrigerator, you are smashing the wrong dudes.
Makes sense to me.
Your shit should dry up. You should never. Nah, man. Mm-mm.
Yeah, that 1 + 1 equaling 5, and
You
that's
said in my mob. You mob. Oh, dark side mob. Look, I'm about to tell him myself like. But you get what I'm saying? Like she's sitting. Then why you worrying about that girl Poutoir anyway? You mad 'cause nobody wanted to twinkle that little hot box? Just think, Umar was knocking down everything but her. He ain't want her at all.
She want that thing.
Just imagine how crazy you gotta be and delusional you gotta be that a homeless man don't even want to fuck with you. He'd rather be out in the streets.
Yeah. But like you said, she living in that dream.
Mm-hmm. She said she looked good for her age. That's crazy work.
Somebody told her that.
She said, I work out 3 days a week and I look good for my age.
Correct. But you would know. And let me say this. There's a reason why the criminal justice system has a process for anonymous reporting. And I'm not knocking anyone who uses a hotline to make an anonymous report. Yes, that can result in people being arrested and prosecuted, but there'd be no way for you to know there's an investigation if you haven't left your name and you're not in contact with someone.
That is correct.
Silos.
That is correct.
That's another thing, right? You ain't gonna know it's an investigation if you leave your name and all that shit. They would tell you they'll look into it, but they're not gonna sit there because of people like her that will get on the internet and tell. When the fuck did the feds ever give somebody a warning sign that they was coming for them?
They don't do that business.
You always hear they come kick the door in, they come do whatever and come get you. By the time they get you, you find out that they was fucking investigating you for years. You know who would know they trying to? It's a difference in investigating and building a case. The feds never tell you that. And the only way you're going to know, because let's keep it a buck, the only way you're going to know that they building a case on somebody is if you're cooperating with them to help build the case. And once you come into that agreement to be a confidential informant or got a 5K1 and shit,
yeah,
you are part of that, and you're not going to be able to disclose that type of information because whatever deal that you're working under is going to be null and void, and your ass is going to be doing time. Like when G Money went down, old boy was around all of us all the time listening and shit. Nobody knew he was telling until they came and snatched up the people that they wanted. And then that's when we found out he was recording for over a year. And I'll say his name because I don't Harvard rats when Adrian snitched on Craig. And if you could snitch on your damn nephew's uncle, you tell on anybody. You snitch on your sister and them, you tell on anybody.
Nasty work.
Yep, informants get paid. We know she ain't getting paid because you see her hair. She ain't, that's all. That was the best thing that Arnish did for her. Because once he outed, she combed her hair for about 3 days.
The IRS, the FDIC, they may have an issue. What about Umar Johnson and his nonprofit bullshit and the forms that he files? We know this shit is false. He's the sole individual getting money, and he's lying on those forms. 501c3 falls under the Internal Revenue Service. Those are tax forms. How many of you even know about the cease and desist that Umar Johnson received from the Pennsylvania Department of State? Do you believe?
Now,
VA definitely gonna get Umar bandos with the all the mold. All right, well, hey, that's more of a reasonable assessment.
You look at it, it may also be subject to formal administrative actions. This is kind of suspect, though. Reading this, not the fucking, I'm not a sympathizer for him, but reading this is suspect. He got two different,
It's from 2022.
What I'm saying is suspect because he had two different LLCs. I mean, and one got revoked, and then the second one is the one that's in Wilmington. The first one got revoked, auto revoked, because he didn't file taxes in 3 years, and that was the one out of Pennsylvania. And then instead of getting that one in good standards, he opened it up and he put the international in that shit. He changed it around, like he added something to it.
I see. Make it go through.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, he can't do it under that name. I'll let it play and I'll go pull up that shit and show you what I mean. All right? I'll let it play out and I'll show you.
That since this was issued to Umar in 2022, this is going to be 4 years now.
4 years.
Who thinks that's the end?
So yeah, because that's how I know that how he's able to do it. Like I said, not a sympathizer for him or none of that shit. Because what's the name did it too? JT Pocket Watcher, because he showed how he could have got back into good standards by just putting out the information, but instead he said the shady shit he did was open up a brand new one, and that's the one that the school is. Yeah, that's not the same one. Because look, you see how that is. The one for the school, hold on, is a different one. Let's pull that one up, and I'll show you what I'm saying. So you see on this one,
yeah.
I make it would say it's a different. See right here, Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy. He switched it up.
Yeah.
Instead of getting a new, getting the other one back in the good standards, he recreated this one and added international to it. Still a scam, some scammy, shady shit, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now he can ask for charitable donations under this LLC. He can't ask it under the other one because the other one, he never got the 501c back into good standards.
That makes sense.
Forgot about it. Department of State is one.
And see, she say that who believe that they just forgot. So she's leaving that out. You was up underneath his joint. You should know that, you know?
She's always doing her due diligence on them, supposedly. Allegedly.
Admit is for consideration to the U.S. Attorney's Office. Remember, the U.S. Attorney's Office is the only agency that prosecutes crime in federal court.
I'm going to pause the Queen for a minute. She's going to explain to you the life of an investigation, how it takes a recycle process. Again,
what the fuck is a recycle process? Yeah, she knows she being deceptive because that, like she said, like Mary Ann said, it takes brain power. She just ain't got the fucking brain power to process it. Because you would have seen that this is like, you see the bullshit. Like that was easy to debunk. Like that's an old letter. You think they wouldn't have came for him already?
That's right. They wouldn't have waited this long. How many years has been in motion?
And that's what I was telling y'all about her too. Like, why are you? She crowns people. Anybody who tell her she look pretty, and when I say that, anybody who agree that she's thought the queen. This isn't. If I make a video tomorrow and be like, yo, I apologize. She's the greatest. She gonna be like, Uncle Mo TV champion. She gonna fucking take a picture and videotape her damn laptop of me. Like that's the type of shit she does. She's easily to be fooled, man. The queen. Let's stop the queen. She's about, and it's a recycle process. What the fuck is a recycle process? Like when it comes to law, it's not no fucking recycle process. Well, we know why she don't got friends. They talked to her, Dominique. They said, nah, this broad is crazy. Yeah, she need validations too bad, man. That's why I'm glad my daughters is not like that. Like my daughters is on their own. They don't care if you like them or not.
A queen of what?
Bullshit.
I said, It takes a little mind power to
Hold on,
really
I'll find my notebook because I
understand and
got them
follow this
EIN
video.
numbers written
Let's
down, and we'll
continue.
break that
Thank
shit
you,
down to show her dumb
Afro,
ass.
anti-Afro Gonzalez. Thank you.
Yo,
Under the U.S. Code, which is
hold
some
on.
Hold on.
I didn't catch that shit earlier. She called her Afro anti-Gonzalez or some shit like that. Yo, she just be fucking up everybody's names and shit. Like, he's like, thank you, Mr. Gonzalez.
Afro anti-Gonzalez.
Yo, that
subjects
shit.
have become
She gotta be doing this shit on purpose at this point, bro.
They really believe that if anything is happening with Umar Johnson, it's happening online. And if it's not online, it doesn't exist. Hardly anyone comes into these YouTube streets and reports what they're doing with respect to Umar Johnson offline. We stopped doing that. When I say we, as in those who were the earliest or among the earliest that started posting content on Umar Johnson, and it had nothing to do with the school. It had everything to do with Umar Johnson hijacking titles. And
again, they were here prior to the school.
That shit was in my
Umar
work
Johnson's been on the scene before he started the school scam. So listen, she is giving you factual information. Someone who was there at the very beginning. Let's go, family.
Making money off these titles.
But yo, the thing is, you stupid clown, you was with him. You was rocking with him, so you can't talk about Umar, what he did back in the day, because you was helping promote the bullshit. You was in commission of that same scam.
I do agree. She obsessed with that man.
Yeah.
All she ever want to talk about is Omar.
She obsessed with him, and she obsessed with Honors. She obsessed with everybody that think she pretty, bro. Good evening, fam. She's a fake ass Ayama.
Specifically claiming to be a mental health professional. He just continued on with this practice when he was raising money for that abandoned bomb shelter, which I shouldn't even call a school. How many of you have heard of keyboard musician? How many of you have heard of King Grizzly? How many of you have heard of Reverend Gerald Palmer? Well, those are folks who were stuck in Umar Johnson's crawl before YouTube. They've been on Umar Johnson before they started posting videos, 2014 and earlier. But listen, anyone out there has a right to post on whatever they want as long as YouTube doesn't object to it. So there is no restriction, there is no prohibition, there is no blocking, there is no rights before anyone else. When it comes to posting any content in these YouTube streets, it just becomes quite comical listening and seeing subjects run around as if from the ground up, they were the ones who started talking about Umar Johnson.
Powerful.
They were the ones who created the Umar Johnson sector. And let me tell you, those who are professing that are lying to you.
Liars.
The smoke god and Max B spoke that Umar Johnson sector into existence, coining the phrase. The Umar Johnson sector is about those who emulate Umar Johnson's behavior. It has nothing to do with supporting Umar Johnson. So many of those, and even now, I'm not referring to the newbies because I don't know their motives.
Shut the fuck
any
up.
of them, so I'm not going to even pass a judgment. Those who have been posting on Umar Johnson.
When she say newbie, she's referring to Mary Ann Lorient and Lene Stack. We are new to this space, which were victimized by those who have been here longer than us. But here, she's explaining.
Did so to get Umar Johnson's attention by attacking those who were serious about holding Umar.
That's my thing, man. And somebody got to explain, when did them two become best friends? And I don't hear, what's her name, throw her under the bus like how she be throwing this one. But when the fuck did they become best friends? Like, what am I missing? I'm kind of lost, man.
I think that's the thing we learned about her. Like, she could have like a formal or brief conversation with somebody, and she's claiming people to and expecting a certain type of loyalty from them. Seem like that's
There's
why
billions of people on fucking YouTube. We could talk about whoever we want to talk about. You know what I mean? And then this chick is double talking. 1 minute she say, "We started this. I hit it." She on that Ray J shit. I hit it first. Then but you could talk about whatever you want. On y'all doing this for Umar attention, but I don't know what y'all doing it for. Like, what the hell? Your content creating skills is just as bad. Mary Ann, nobody's worse than hers, but you're one step up from her, but you're double talking. And if you got an issue with somebody, say they goddamn name. I'm tired of y'all being scared to say somebody's name. Say it, stand on that shit, live with that shit.
That part.
And then stop trying, like, they prey on everybody being stupid. Like, yo, you think they forgot about the cease and desist? But then if you gonna put him on blast for that, you got to put him on blast that he did the other scam of getting the cease and desist by going around it by making a whole nother LLC and doing it that way, you know? So you can't even say that without saying the other part, you know?
Yep, lay it all out on the table. Don't just...
Yeah, that sounds real scary. That's why if I said it, I'm on that old school. Like I tell you, if I said it, then I meant it. And what? Like, what fuck is you gonna do about it? But that's just ridiculous. They act. And then another thing, Marian, stop putting people numbers out there thinking somebody's scared to call these people because we're gonna call them on live. And if they pick up, I'm gonna say you gave me the number. I'm gonna spell your name out the same way you spell it out too.
Umar Johnson accountable. They don't give a hoot about any Umar Johnson. They just wanted to attach themselves to Umar Johnson because it would elevate their stature. It would allow people to know who they are. They dogged Umar out as well. Then you...
All right, just for the record, fuck Umar Johnson. I've been had a name on this shit before Umar Johnson. I quit YouTube for about 2 years and came back. I talked about child support and fucking and did videos showing how all the women that was backed up on child support was, because we know plenty about bad fathers, but we act like bad mothers ain't exist. And they ain't like that shit, and they kept blaming my channel every chance they got. You know, I deleted more videos. I deleted well over 1,000 videos. You know, I had judges sending me fucking shits to strike me and everything. So, you know,
he got so big, the judges, that the content he had of the judges, they had to get in his inbox and say, listen, we need some of that money.
And try to do family. Yeah, I was about to say try to do friendly extortion, trying to get me to fucking break them off some money. And Mary Ann would talk about this, the best she ever did since the shit happened. I guarantee y'all, I ain't gonna say guarantee her, I can nearly almost guarantee she's not making more than $500 a month off that channel. And that's on a good month for her. I almost guarantee if she making it, I will pay her exactly what she made that money if she could prove me wrong. But I know she's not making more than that.
Here you go, Mary Ann. Show them receipts and don't cover the dates.
Nah, just show me your dashboard. Share your dashboard screen with me and I can tell you. But I know she's not making more than 500.
Yo. That's insane.
You can look at this content. What you think her fucking shit she getting for this bullshit? She ain't getting nothing for this.
I ain't gonna lie though, them ad libs, them powerful ad libs, that's gonna be in the next. That's gonna be the next rap song, man.
That's called low effort content, and they can blame that shit anytime they want. First off, she got a lot of our content behind paywalls. She got it for her members only.
Now, who the hell is a member to even see that?
Can I drop a link? I got to figure out how to do it, but I'll drop it. Let me show you. This StreamYard shit ain't my thing. Y'all might have to walk me through it. You know? Where I get the link from? Tell me where I get the link from. I'll drop it. Wait, what is this? This shit say referral. They want us to give them some money. That's $10 discount.
She like
You know how to do that, Trey?
to
Go to invite guests.
like,
Oh man, now you put me on blast. I be talking all that shit about Mary Ann. Now I'm just as slow as her looking at this shit. Family, where's invite guests? Oh, all right, I see it. All right.
Honey Mary about to get 12,000 emails from Heifer.
I want her to stay around, bro. I'm having fun.
She's about to get emails about it.
Yo, this shit remind me back in the day when we used to fucking sit on the stoop and just talk shit all night.
Yeah. It's crack jokes. Oh man.
Oh, that shit is funny, man.
So it's
I'm about to tell Go Get It, shut the fuck up. I was fucking with that shit yesterday. That is motherfucker don't shut up. I dropped the link. Oh, there she go.
Thank you for the support. Your mic is off.
Can you hear me?
There you go.
Okay. Man, listen, this lady is absolutely insane. Like, I did a video on this. Hi, and nice to meet you as well. SoleSoundz, nice to meet you. She has this thing where she don't want nobody else to talk about Umar but her. Like, she's like, well, y'all should be going after Lenon. Y'all should be going after Umar. You shouldn't tell anybody who they should be going after. The fact remains the only reason that people are talking about Mary Ann Lorient and Lene is because they've been out here lying and misrepresenting the story. Like, Mary Ann showed us an advertisement and tried to claim that that was a check. And she's run around the whole free world trying to prove to us that this was a check. So for her to say the new people don't give a damn about Umar. What the new people care about is the fact that Mary Ann Lorient is a liar. That Lene Stacks is a liar. Like, y'all complaining about Umar on social media is not doing anything. He's 10 years, a couple $1 million in the game. So if you are so good at doing what it is that you do, why is Umar still getting donations? If you are so good at doing what it is that you do, why is Lenon Honor still up here making content and getting donations? Y'all are severely incompetent. The whole, you know what I'm saying? Like the anti-Afros, the Lenon Honors, the Rev Gs. You're telling us how foolish you are. You're wasting your life complaining about a man that is still getting paper to this very moment.
She'll get back with Umar if he let her.
Of course. And anti-Afro will get back into Lenon's camp if he lets her too. She used to be one of his top moderators. He kicked her out.
Oh.
So when you say anything bad about him over there, they be going in. They be in my comments talking so reckless.
I know, I done started cussing people right back out. Like, get out of my face with this nonsense. Stop telling people about hate. Who's hating? I don't hate anybody that has to support their children via super chats. Like, we're all content creators. Get your super chat. But if you're not making $100-something thousand a month off this, then you should still be at a 9 to 5. You should have benefits. I don't really like when content creators have to come and, ask their audience for assistance, and especially not men. I could understand it more with women, but as a grown man, you should be able to take care of you and your 5 children without the support of the entire kingdom, when all you doing is gossiping about a dude and you haven't really done anything effective to stop this man from harassing the community.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you this, I learned the hard way. Well, not even the hard way, because I always had a job with it. But YouTube could cut your shit off any second for any reason they want.
Yeah,
they don't want to tell you.
Like, this ain't the at all end all. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta have a backup plan. There always got to be a plan B.
Right. And people, I feel, that rely heavily on super chats and cash apps, I think they make it an uncomfortable viewing situation for their audience. Because if you're being mentally conditioned to give away your money, you're in hard economic times right now. We in war. Gas is up, food is up. if you've been trying to survive off super chats, what you gonna do when people can't afford to give you a super chat?
Go
and
fund
YouTube, you know they cut the money on here. It ain't like before. Before,
right?
2 years ago, it was killing it. Like you ain't even have to try. You was killing it.
Different.
Now, them motherfuckers taking 55%. They barely even pushing your shit.
Right.
And every time you log on, they telling you to beg for super chats.
Right, because that's what the platform needs to survive. The platform will push your channel more. I'm going to tell you this, anybody in the audience that's a content creator. If you're begging your audience and you're getting a lot of super chats, they're going to pump you through the algorithm because it's a bigger payout for them. And I refuse to sell my soul that way. But I don't appreciate it when people act like the money of strangers is what sustains people, so there has to be something. That shit is weird. And I also don't appreciate when people are like, oh, well, you want the attention of Umar Johnson. I'm going to put y'all in on some exclusive tea. There's somebody that is all up in Umar Johnson's behind, and they thought, so they were like, I'm going to give your number to Umar Johnson. No, you're not, because I'm not interested. Let's not do that. You understand what I'm saying? So when people be saying shit, like they just be talking to be talking. Umar Johnson is a piece of shit. Lenon Honor is a piece of shit. Mary Ann Lorient, piece of shit. Lene, peace, all of y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? All y'all involved in this little nonsense. Like, stop it. No, nobody is hating on you. We just don't like the lies.
I be trying to keep my ears up to see if I hear the baby.
That's yeah. If you're gonna tell people something, don't be deceitful. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. Go Getters is me.
Okay.
It's a bot. It's logged into as my bot. I didn't even know it to work on this. But it's the way I got it set up is answering as like Chat GPT is talking through it. So if you ask a question or something, it's Chat GPT answering.
You don't answer for anybody?
Yeah. But if I cut off stream about it, but I'm looking, I'm like, damn, this motherfucker don't shut the fuck up.
Oh, I love that for you. That is funny as ever.
They be mad because I'm trying to learn how to do that shit at work. So when they call, that shit can act like it's me and take care of them tickets for me.
Oh God, I can't.
I told you I got scared at work because I'm in the Navy, and I logged on and that shit was like, keep Hestat wants you to use AI. I shut the whole computer down. I was like, oh shit, I don't know what the fuck is shit. Shut up. They're like, what's wrong with you? I was like, nah, man, this shit is hacked. They're like, shut up. I'm like, something wrong with this shit.
Oh God.
Oh,
that's why they told me they was gonna call. I was like, my job do not give a fuck about what I do on YouTube. First off, I'm gonna be the one to pick up.
Hello, you coming to complain about me? Thanks.
Yeah. You gonna call my chief? It was me. Like, I'm about to retire. But yeah, when I seen it, the only reason I even knew who he was is because everybody get in my comments. Oh, Arnes did this. I'm like, I don't even know who you're talking about.
But they act like Honor is like free from dirt. Like you told the people your child had cancer, and then your wife said he didn't need to have the surgery. That's a scam.
Mm-hmm. They say he could control roaches. That's why I don't want no beef with him, man. Because my aunt got a lot of roaches, and I don't want to visit, and them shits attack me.
Scary business, man. But...
Yo, when they said that shit, I'm like, it's like, look at this. He said he premature. He could control roaches. I'm like, what? Y'all believe that shit?
Damn shame.
Of all things to control, that's like the worst superpower. You can control roaches. I'm like, man, I would rather control fucking dogs or some shit, or raccoons or something. I know damn roaches.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is Dr. Doolittle 3.0. Like, what is this?
I'm telling you, they was telling me all types of shit of the car. I was like, listen, I don't have no problems with him. I don't even know him. I don't care. Only reason I'm on Mary Ann neck because she lied to me on that panel.
See,
the only reason I'm on her neck is because she put that damn privacy complaint.
That's how I felt about that judge, man. That judge, when she put that shit out there, she like, yo, we can we can negotiate how much you pay me. I ain't paying you shit.
Wait, I put the video where he's talking to the animals in the back chat. I'm gonna drop it in the main chat too.
Oh my God, he talking. Oh man, I'll be in trouble. I see this motherfucker talking to some animals.
With his mind, though, with his mind, he got mind control over Debo.
That's wild.
I got to see this. Tell him post a video of it.
I'm trying. Oh, it's in a private chat. Let me see how to do this. I'm so used to fuck. Oh, wait. I got it. Wait. Let me stop this shit. Oh man, bro. Oh man. This like
simple question.
Maybe he joking because I'll be playing around and shit too. So like they say shit, this is that. Like, he was young as hell. He was skinny as hell too back then. He eating good.
It was almost like a gift. The whole situation of me being born early and being in an incubator, and I couldn't even hear early on. That had a big impact on how I perceive sound. Because when you can't hear, you have to develop other senses and different levels. And so for me, I had to develop sight at an early age, a different level than if I was able to hear. You know, because I would have to literally hear sound with my eyes because I couldn't hear and because I couldn't hear, I really couldn't talk that well. When we talk about like mental projection and talking to animals or talking to plants, all that had to be developed on a certain kind of level because I couldn't hear. And I didn't think about that while as a child, but now when I think about it now, I understand the significance of all those things. That was all the gift. Most people would say like, wow, that child has experience before, but I look at it like, wait a minute, through all of that, I was really given a gift and different gifts that have allowed me to see things in a certain kind of way. So I pay honor and respect to that. So part of me and information has to do with the what is encoded in my DNA, in my blood, and so forth, and in my body itself. But there's something else that I want to share with people like right now, and this is something I've only shared with like maybe 2 people, and I just told my wife like maybe about a year ago. I perceive sound differently than most people. As a musician, we're trained to do that anyway. But sound in and of itself has information encoded in it. That's to say that if I take the flute and I play one note, I can transmit in my mind love through that one note. It's just one note.
The crazy thing is, he really believes this.
Yes, wait, pause it. Because he,
I don't trust his collar.
Yeah.
Look like you got ragged around a few times. That's the fact.
Oh shit!
I'm like, yo, I'm watching his demeanor, and I'm like, yo, he's really like this is really him. Like, I thought it was some bullshit. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? But,
I'm trying to tell you, y'all guys got to go check out Joe Trace. Shout out to Joe Trace. This is where this.
That's who was telling me that he was talking to roaches, man.
Yes, Joe Trace got the proof. He got the receipts. But I'm just saying. Listen, Lenon is entertaining, but you're right. He needed to have some will light or some game because them collars be going out of control. But this is the thing. He used to be like with mind control people, psychosis, crazy shit. Like his wife is part of the conscious community. So they using that cult mentality on the followers, and these people are really going. And they live in Utah. You know how them fundamental Latter-day Saints and shit like that, how they are out there. Them Raganishis was in Utah. They got a lot of cult behavior in that Utah. I don't deal with nobody from Utah.
They got all the Mormons and shit out there too.
Yeah.
Nah, you know what he sound like? You know the motherfuckers that get high and they start like just talking all that filth? Damn ginger ale got me burping and shit.
I'm telling you, he like a little crackhead.
That's what he looked like in that shit, though.
He looked like something wrong.
He looked like that crackhead named Cash that used to be around the block. Like I used to be in Philly getting all this money. I'm like, and you smoke crack now? Like, damn. But this one, like he said, one note, he is love. That's that dude when I'm on deployment board and I just listen to his stories and he think I believe him. I'll be like, word, damn. talk to that roach right there. Like, I want to see you make that bitch fly or something. Show me something, man.
I'm telling you, but this.
Come save him real quick. Talk to him. Come stay outside.
Nah, this y'all friend. This y'all friend. This they leader.
I'll tell you, it was this one
Yo,
chick.
Montel Jones. I was thinking he looked like Montel Jones a little bit, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh, shit. Yo, crazy.
Yo.
But he said he had to develop his eyesight. Everybody developed their eyesight. That's what I'm like, the fuck are you talking about?
He had to see. He had to hear with his eyes. You know?
Right. His ears was broken, so his spidey senses was tingling.
Oh shit, man. That's some shit. Oh man.
He had to eat with his nose, you know what I'm saying?
You get caught, you be like, oh shit, just let me think. Oh man, bro. Y'all crazy. I was watching some shit. They was breaking down the dog in the background. Like, I'm telling you, he didn't grow up poor. I'm like, damn. I bring the dog in.
Yeah, because he said he live in a bad neighborhood, but he leave the door open and the kids be outside. So I don't know. And there ain't no bad neighborhoods in Utah. Like, Utah is kind of white. You know,
Nah, I'm just saying that's like one of the most white spots. They don't even like black people out there too tough either.
Now, I will say when them Indians came out there, them Raganishis, they did set it off though. They done bombed the city hall. They tried to take some people out. So that was a whole thing. But Lenon is he's a whole mess, and so is Umar. And the fact that AAS then came out here and put that damn video, try to put a battery in Mary Ann's back while AAS is a member. She's a member on Mary Ann's channel. You can see it when you go to her page. So why are you trying to suck in the butt of Mary Ann Lorient, AAS, so you can manipulate her?
Powerful.
When she said she was going to Delaware to that school, that's why I told her, like, I've been there a couple of times, girl. You don't want to go around there. That shit is old school. That shit is one step up from Baltimore, how the fucking free zones looked in Baltimore. He picked the worst part of the city to buy them buildings in.
Nah, he picked the part that he could afford, and he can't really afford that either.
When I seen $400,000 for them buildings, I said, you know this is a piece of shit. The house is new.
Listen, the state or the city of Wilmington has seen a sucker in Umar Johnson. Those buildings are uninhabitable, unrehabable. They had him spending a whole bunch of money for buildings that will never pass inspection and paying taxes for nothing. And I think that's a bigger conversation, bless you, in the African American community to understand the value of real estate for real. To really look at like the comps. That whole neighborhood just gives like deserted.
Yeah, I walked around there. I was like, damn, I should have drove another car. Leave my car sit here like this.
You parked too. You parked that.
I looked up the gun laws. I was like, I gotta have my gun on me. I looked this shit up. Then I was talking to the people over there and shit, and it's like old school fiends. Like the fiends used to see in the 80s. It ain't even like that. It was old school fiends.
That's how he got the school painted.
I could tell, 'cause the back of the building I climbed up there, they didn't touch that. And it's like gates all over. That shit look like Sparta. I don't like. Let's hear the rest of him talk to these animals, because I can't believe he recorded himself.
Fear. And people hear the same exact note, but they'll also perceive that fear as well. So sound in and of itself has information encoded in it, and it's a vibration that impacts people in different ways. From early childhood, and people can just open your hearts to this as a possibility, because I know it may seem it may even be strange to some people. From an early childhood, I would get this. There would be a tone, and in musical terms, it's called A440. It's see.
He tweaking. Why he just look like he was tweaking out?
And from an early childhood, I would hear this tone. And I never understand where it would come from. Just come out of the blue. You know, I might be playing with some toys and I hear this tone and I'll just go about my business and it would stop. Later on in life, the same thing.
This motherfucker had tendonitis.
Sometimes it'd be long, sometimes it'd be short.
Something.
Like I said before, sound has information encoded in it, right? Every single sound, even my voice is really just sound, but there's information encoded inside what I'm saying, right? So a single tone has information encoded in it, and I'll explain to people why that's significant. So for a long time, I never understood like what that was about. Like it didn't make any sense to me. Like all of a sudden you hear a tone, like what's going on? Later on in life, I realized something. That tone was basically my uplink to information that exists in the universe for free. Because it's already there. It's just we don't hear it all the time, or we don't see it all the time, or we don't feel it all the time. But from a child, that tone would come, and I just didn't understand what it was about. However, the tone, the information that's inside the tone is all encoded. It's not like a direct translation. It's not like, okay, here's Odo Egamunde. It's not like that at all. And this is the story of Odo Egamunde. No, that's not how it works. It's still just a tone, but inside that tone is encoded all these different stories. Like my wife was telling you how I've written all these different stories. Encoded in this tone is all of the different information that I talk about in my films that I didn't find inside a book. I didn't hear someone say it. That's why it's a little bit different. It's a direct link. It's like an uplink to the universal consciousness, if you will.
Pause.
However, what I found is the only way to decode the...
Now tell me he don't look like Jafar.
Oh man, but this universal consciousness and all of them are a little bit weird. I see.
Yes, very much so. And like, I think it's crazy because people that are not this deeply involved in it, that this is just like kind of, you know, something that just passes through your purvey.
Mm-hmm.
Us having an opinion on it, I think it really bothers them because this is their identity.
Yeah, I think it's like, I don't think they know that we think it's funny. Like, we put it out here, like it is like, this one has said he linked to it and he writes stories. A lot of people write stories. It's called being creative, like.
Right.
And he talk about he hearing these noises and shit and then fucking go play with his toy. Like, called the imagination, man.
Oh, child. Go ahead. I think it's got a couple more minutes. I'm gonna be quiet.
Encoding
my mind blown.
For me
like,
personally, is to live a certain kind of lifestyle. That's the key. The encoded information can never be what's the word for it? It can never be translated by me unless I adhere to a certain kind of lifestyle. So when we talk about, you know, the kinds of responsibilities that I took as a child, when we talk about not smoking or not drinking, when we talk about just having reverence and respect for women and for animals, like for instance, I don't step on ants. You know, and what's interesting is throughout that, like when I started to understand life and all this different manifestations, and how we have to really be careful with all the different manifestations of life and not injure life, just period. Once I understood that, I became more perceptive about things. And an example of this is like I can be walking, you know, outside and I'll know that there's an ant down there. Without even looking, I'll know that there's an ant. And I know that if I take another step, I'm gonna step on the ant. Well, the ant has a family. The ant is going to have, you know, it has children, or any other animal for that matter. We, you know, every once in a while we will have a roach in the house. You know, okay, it's a roach. Most people are like, what? You know, we gotta go kill all these. No. I'll go get a piece of toilet paper. I'll pick the roach up inside the toilet paper. I'll say, excuse me, and apologize for the imposition. I'll take them outside. I put them outside because ultimately that roach has a family. If it's a male, it has a wife. If it's a male, it has children. If it's a female, it can create life. So there again is a manifestation of the feminine principle. Why would I step on that? Right. Once I began to think like that, then I could perceive life on a different kind of level. And by perceiving life on a different kind of level, all of that encoded information began to unravel. And it began to unravel.
You thought I was bullshit. I was bullshit.
You can't find in a book, or you can't source. You can't say, "Here's my source for this." It's information that was encoded in a tone that reaches into the universal consciousness in and of itself. So, from a child hearing that tone and then now understanding how it played itself out, there's times where I hear the tone and it's short. And when it's short, I just say to myself, okay, it's just a small amount of information. When it's long, I say to myself, okay, there's a lot of information here. And as that information is decoded, that's where I get the inspiration for my films. That's where I get the information for my flute solos. That's where I get the inspiration for my films, per se. It's about that all that encoded information inside these tones that I hear, and these tones are directly connected to the cosmic consciousness. So I want to share that with people because a lot of people have said, well, where do you get your information from and what are your sources? Well, how can I answer that? You know, I can't say I got it from a book because I didn't. It has a lot to do with my spiritual obligations here on earth and different gifts that I've been blessed with and how those gifts and perceptions manifest in my life in a certain kind of way to where I have to live a certain kind of way in order to access the information. It's like someone giving you a book, but you can't read it unless you live a certain kind of lifestyle. So that's why I'm very careful with how I live, how I treat people, and you know, in particular, how I function as a man and as a father. And I should also add this, that if I lived a life that was not respectable, then the decoding of this information wouldn't take place because it's an agreement. It's an agreement that it's something that I agreed to prior to manifesting in this realm. That ultimately, in order to have access to this information and being able to decode it, you have to live a certain kind of way. You have to treat people a certain kind of way. You have to have a certain kind of reverence and respect for life. And that's why I'm always very careful with how I say things to people, what I say. I don't argue with people. I don't fuss. I don't fight. I try not to injure people or injure animals because ultimately I want to know, you know, all of the information that's in the universe, but I can't do that unless I live a certain kind of lifestyle, and hopefully I can get as much of the decoded information as I can before I leave the body. Wow.
Yo.
Okay.
Yo.
That's your friend. That's your friend.
Replace that over our jump cut.
I stopped this. I never fucking knew. Like I said, like fucking talk to roaches.
That's what he said. He said he talked to the roaches. But I just came up here to make you laugh, honey. Go ahead, finish your show. I just wanted to share that with you. But
I went to bed with, but that's crazy. Like, oh Lord, have mercy.
Yeah.
Which roach told him to talk about Umar?
Mary Ann. Now let me stop.
Or he said, I know it's ants there without looking. I'm like, what? Like, you need to clean up.
Exactly. Oh, I'm not going to step on a roach. Listen, if I see a roach, an ant, a spider, anything, I'm stomping them out. Lemon pepper steppers.
Lady Luck, you got some explaining to do, man. I seen a video where this dude said he talked to roaches and ants and animals and shit, and that they married and shit.
Yes,
that's the part that took me out. Where he said that it was married, that they married. That's the part that took me out.
Listen, is that how he looks at his relationship? Let me stop because
I'm about to play it again. Let me find that. Let me go back. I'm about to play that shit again because
the people said I'm mean, not nice. So
listen. Look, we got this is for you, Lady Luck. I don't know if I'm shocked.
Need the last like minute, yeah.
It was almost like a gift. The whole situation of
I feel like you gotta hear how he got
the incubator, and I couldn't even hear early on. That had a big impact on how I perceive sound. Because when you can't hear, you have to develop other senses and different levels. And so for me, I had to develop sight at an early age on a different level than if I was able to hear, you know, because I would have to literally hear sound with my eyes because I couldn't hear and because I couldn't hear, I really couldn't talk that well. So when we talk about like mental projection and talking to animals or talking to plants, all that had to be developed on a certain kind of level because I couldn't hear. And I didn't think about that while as a child, but now when I think about it now, I understand the significance of all those things. That was all the gift. Most people would say like, wow, that childhood experience was horrible. But I look at it like, wait a minute. Through all of that, I was really given a gift and different gifts that have allowed me to see things in a certain kind of way. So I pay honor and respect to that. So part of me and information, how I attain information, has to do with the what is encoded in my DNA, in my blood, and so forth, and in my body itself. But there's
Shout out to Lady Luck and the LLC, my sister. I'm playing this for you because they told me that he was talking to roaches, and I was kind of like, I was joking about it, but I didn't know he made the video. But it gets better.
something else that I want to share with people like right now, and this is something I've only shared with like maybe 2 people, and I just told my wife like maybe about a year ago. I perceive sound differently than most people. As a musician, we're trained to do that anyway, but sound in and of itself has information encoded in it. That's to say that if I take the flute and I play one note, I can transmit in my mind love through that one note. And it's just one note. And people will feel, wait a minute, there's love there. You know, if you're receptive, you feel. I can also play the same note and project fear. And people will hear the same exact note, but they'll also perceive that fear as well. So sound in and of itself has information encoded in it, and it's a vibration that impacts people in different ways. From early childhood, and people can just open your hearts to this as a possibility, because I know it may seem, it may even be strange to some people. From an early childhood, I would get this, there would be a tone, and in musical terms, it's called A440. It's, see. It's that tone. And from an early childhood, I would hear this tone. I never understand where it would come from. Just come out of the blue. You know, I might be playing with some toys and I hear this tone, and I'll just go about my business, and it would stop. Later on in life, the same thing. You hear this tone, and it would stop. Sometimes it'd be long, sometimes it'd be short. Like I said before, sound has information encoded in it. Right? Every single sound, even my voice is really just sound, but there's information encoded in what I'm saying, right? So a single tone has information encoded in it. And I'll explain to people why that's significant. So for a long time, I never understood like what that was about. Like it didn't make any sense to me. Like all of a sudden you hear a tone, like what's going on? Later on in life, I realized something. That tone was basically my uplink to information that exists in the universe for free, because it's already there. It's just we don't hear it all the time, or we don't see it all the time, or we don't feel it all the time. But from a child, that tone would come, and I just didn't understand what it was about. However, the tone, the information that's inside the tone is all encoded. It's not like a direct translation. It's not like, okay, here's Oro Egamunde. It's not like that at all. And this is the story of Oro Egamunde. No, that's not how it works. It's still just a tone, but inside that tone is encoded all these different stories. Like my wife was telling you how I've written all these different stories. Encoded in this tone is all of the different information that I talk about.
Yes, this Leonard.
I didn't find inside a book, or I didn't hear someone say it. That's why it's a little bit different. It's a direct link. It's like an uplink to the universal consciousness, if you will. However, what I found is the only way to decode the encoded message, for me personally, is to live a certain kind of lifestyle. That's the key. The encoded information can never be, what's the word for it? It can never be translated by me unless I adhere to a certain kind of lifestyle. So when we talk about, you know, the kinds of responsibilities that I took as a child, when we talk about not smoking or not drinking, when we talk about just having reverence and respect for women and for animals, and like, for instance, I don't step on ants. You know, and what's interesting is throughout that, like when I started to understand life and all of its different manifestations, and how we have to really be careful with all the different manifestations of life and not injure life, just period. Once I understood that, I became more perceptive about things. And an example of this is like I can be walking, you know, outside, and I'll know that there's an ant down there. Without even looking, I'll know that there's an ant. And I know that if I take another step, I'm gonna step on the ant. Well, the ant has a family. The ant is going to have, you know, it has children, or any other animal for that matter. We, you know, every once in a while we will have a roach in the house. You know, it's a roach. Most people are like, what? You know, we gotta go kill all these. No. I'll go get a piece of toilet paper. I'll pick the roach up, so toilet paper. I'll say, excuse me, and apologize for the imposition. I'll take them outside. I put them outside, because ultimately that roach has a family. If it's a male, it has a wife. If it's a male, it has children. If it's a female, it can create life. So there again is the manifestation of the feminine principle. Why would I step on that, right? once I began to think like that, then I could perceive life on a different kind of level. And by perceiving life on a different kind of level, all of that encoded information began to unravel. And it began to unravel. And I was privy to information that you can't find in a book, or you can't source. You can't say, here's my source for this. It's information that was encoded in a tone that reaches into the universal consciousness in and of itself. So from a child hearing that tone and then now understanding how it plays itself out, there's times where I hear the tone and it's short. And when it's short, I just say to myself, okay, it's just a small amount of information. When it's long, I say to myself, okay, there's a lot of information. And as that information is decoded, that's where I get the inspiration for my film. That's where I get the information for my flute solos. That's where I get the inspiration for my films, per se. It's about that all that encoded information inside these tones that I hear, and these tones are directly connected to the cosmic consciousness. So I wanted to share that with people, because a lot of people have said, well, where do you get your information from and what are your sources? Well, how can I answer that? You know, I can't say I got it from a book because I didn't. It has a lot to do with my spiritual obligations here on earth and different gifts that I've been blessed with, and how those gifts and perceptions manifest in my life in a certain kind of way, to where I have to live a certain kind of way in order to access the information. It's like someone giving you a book, but you can't read it unless you live a certain kind of lifestyle. So that's why I'm very careful with how I live, how I treat people, and you know, in particular, how I function as a man and as a father. And I should also add this, that if I lived a life that was not respectable, then the decoding of this information wouldn't take place, because it's an agreement. It's an agreement that it's something that I agreed to prior to manifesting in this realm. That ultimately, in order to have access to this information and being able to decode it, you have to live a certain kind of way. You have to treat people a certain kind of way. You have to have a certain kind of reverence and respect for life. And that's why I'm always very careful with how I say things to people, what I say. I don't argue with people. I don't fuss. I don't fight. I try not to injure people or injure animals, because ultimately I want to know, you know, all of the information that's in the universe. But I can't do that unless I live a certain kind of lifestyle. And hopefully I can get as much of the decoded information as I can before I leave the body. Wow.
Yeah. That boy said,
just upside down, looking all crazy. No, God, that's your friend.
He said he apologized to the roach. He picked it up and apologized to it. That's the part that got me.
Listen, look at them. They 20.
Oh, shit. Mary Ann was talking shit about her too, man.
She said she a hoe. Let's just call it what it is. Mary Ann said that your wife is a hoe, Honor. She said she slept with Umar. Ooh.
Yeah, I would say Honest got all right to go in on her on that. Like, she was talking like, I want to be there. I'll tune in for that. I was like, damn. I didn't want to finish that way. She's like, damn. Nah, man. I ain't gonna lie though. If I could talk to some animals, I don't want to talk to no roaches and ants, man. I need to talk to some shit I can really control, not no damn roaches and ants, man.
I need to talk to a lion and a tiger and a bear. Oh my.
Shit that actually could cause some harm, man. Or shit, I'd rather talk to bees or some wasps or some shit, not no goddamn ants and roaches. And then why you talking to shit that's gonna come in your house because it's dirty?
Because that's the only animals that he had as friends. No, seriously though, y'all know, he's clearly lived in poverty all his life. He told us he had to scrape pennies together to get a pie from Whole Foods.
Where's that video at?
Oh,
where's that video?
It was the pennies for me.
Yeah. I think I was at work, so I couldn't even really laugh. I was like, oh my God.
That shit was crazy as hell.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd have got in so much trouble as a kid. I'd have had them roaches attacking motherfuckers. Like, oh man. I'd have been in so much trouble, man. I'd have been getting. Oh man.
If I find it, I'll send it to you. I gotta do a deep dive. You know, my kids were using my YouTube too, so I'm flooded with like, you know, Night at the Zoopocalypse and shit.
My kid would have been like, "What the hell are you looking at?"
Listen, my son get on my phone. He don't give a dang about nothing that's going on. He be like, all right, Zoopocalypse, dinosaur. Like, child, I can't with these kids. But
yeah. Oh man, that's crazy. And Mary Ann, like, she's so stupid. Every video that she did the last 2 days was people talking shit about her, and she talk about powerful. Listen, I'm like, she's talking about you, stupid. Like, dumb.
She don't get it because at the end of the day, she just hearing praise. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you see my video that I did when I reviewed this. When you get a chance, go back and watch it. But ultimately, what AAS did was she came at both of them. She's really coming for Lene, though. She's really coming for Lene.
Yeah,
but
you know, they all sound like they sound like they ex-girlfriends arguing with each other.
They sound like women that are, you know, hypnotized by eggplants and a bit obsessed. Like, good penis comes around again, ladies. Go buy you one. I don't know. Like, y'all can't tell me this man is who he is, and then y'all act a fool. You want to see some real live footage of Lene out in the world, out in the wild?
No.
Okay.
I'm cool with her. She all right, you know? Because I don't care about her shit with her and Umar, you know?
I mean, I'm glad you're cool with her. I find her to be a mess because you said a man stinking and you put your mouth on him.
I'll leave that alone. I mean, he did the same, though. They both said it. So it's like.
Right, but you expect men to say stuff like that when they're mad, right? You expect them to say.
If it ain't true, because I feel like I'm playing myself. If I said all that about you and I mess with you, then that says some more about me than you.
Right, but you a real man. We talking about somebody that's out here scamming the people for millions of dollars. He don't care. He just care about the sensationalism.
But he turned down Mary Ann.
He ain't turned down Mary Ann. If he slept with Lene, you think he really turned down Mary Ann? Come on now, stop it. Stop it. Stop it right now.
This is why he seemed jealous. That's why I don't think he did it.
Nah, she just mad that he gave it to somebody else. This is one thing I believe about Umar. Can't nobody tell me no difference. Umar not turning down no coochie. He's just not. He feels he deserves it.
He homeless. That's why I can't see a homeless man turning down anything.
Right. He lived with his mama. These women is willing to piece him off in his mama house. He don't care. They sucking, you know, Shango stick. When he said she was just good for 3 fellatio sessions, that was it for me. And again, I would have left Lene alone, but she came at me sideways for no reason. Like, y'all gotta stop talking crazy to people when your life is looking how it's looking.
I mean, but women, y'all, it's a whole nother level with y'all. Y'all cut deep. Y'all gonna get in the weeds of things that it's like, if you got any dirt, don't buy dudes. We get like, I don't think we do our due diligence. Like, we gonna argue and fuss, then we be like, meet up. Let's just meet up.
You know, I'm from New York, so there's that. I be ready to meet up. But she's like 4'11". I'm 5'11". That would never be a fair fight. Like, these are little pygmies, so they good. Like, just be the little chihuahuas that they are. But, you know, think about the first time your wife came to your house, right? I'm sure as a bachelor pad, you know, you probably had it together, but it could have used some tidy. Well, you're a Navy man, so that's a different thing. Navy men are usually pretty clean. But imagine her
living in a small place. But yeah, when I met my wife, because she's from New York too. I was staying in Jersey by Six Flags. I was stationed out there. But any dude, like, it was a meme that said nobody clean up a house faster than a dude that think he gonna get some.
Right.
Like, you gonna have everything clean to a T, you know, especially like we was bachelors. I had a roommate and shit, both of us, we was running through So we always had it set up that it was comfortable to come over there. The female would want to be over there.
Especially the bathroom, because y'all know if the bathroom is
yeah.
disgusting, the woman's gonna leave. Imagine your wife going in your bathroom in shower shoes to take a shower.
Yeah, I was in Lakehurst because he's sitting down my lake. I think I used to get off the highway at Lakewood, but I was stationed in Lakehurst down there. Yeah, but shower shoes in the bathroom, shower shoes in your home, in your own house is nasty work. That's what we wear on the boat. We wear like shower shoes and all that stuff. But your own house,
exactly.
I would have left. I wouldn't even stay in no shit like that.
And that's the point. As a man, you would have left. So as a woman, she should have been up out of there. Like, I don't really have, you know, an issue with her besides the fact that she's a nasty woman. And I think she tried to be on some superhead type stuff and it just didn't really pan out. And that's okay. But like, you move on and you move around. Her doing a 7-hour review of The Last Caretaker, that little girl, well, that young woman, I'm not even going to call her a little girl. That young woman was out here trying to get clout. She said she just had liposuction. She looking for some money. She needs to recoup them funds. Like,
I didn't know people could finance like BBLs and shit.
Hey, I guess Care Credit is working wonders for people.
Yeah, I was like, you gotta go through that. Don't even. I wish Mary Ann get her teeth cleaned. I wish she get that. You see all that plaque build up on there.
Right, but all of these women have teeth like that. Like, and that makes me look at them real crazy too. You're supposed to get your teeth clean every 6 months. Come on,
yeah,
ladies.
I was about to say like, and then like, I just don't like how she try to put people down like she doing better than everybody else when we could clearly see that you living just as normal as everybody else.
Nah, she not living normal. She living below. Because that house that she got, you know what I'm saying? The house is great on the inside. The outside of that house is not so good. And people are like, that's two different houses. If you do the address and you saw the photos of the layout inside and you really knew how to kind of look at real estate, it's the same house. She just slapped up some new paint.
And I mean, she could just get that shit. Take that. I hate them older houses that got that little metal shit that come over it. Take that off. Change the house. Like, you know how them investors will do when they buy it off you. They gonna come spruce all that stuff out.
Yeah, they're gonna reface the exterior. What that house needs is a good power wash.
Yeah, you know, ain't no HOA. I gotta power wash my shit, but they'll come around and be like, yo, excuse me. It's that season. They putting the letters in our neighborhood. They be like, it's that season. It's time for us to do that. And I'm like,
and this is the thing. Power washing don't even, well, it does cost a little bit of money, but she's rich, so she got it. But you could power wash your damn sidewalk and your stairs for the free with water.
I'll tell you what I did that was like, I'm listening to one of my guys that I work with now. The dumbest shit. I bought that shit from Home Depot, that house wash. That shit bleached my goddamn house. I got to get the damn shutters and shit painted now. That shit bleached it. Like my damn Vivid sign, that shit went from orange to white. My door faded. My wife looked at me like, what the hell is wrong? I said, I should have read the instructions.
Hey, you're doing too much. You're doing too much.
That shit was like, you're supposed to do it even right before it rained or wash it off. Don't let it do that shit. Faded the house. I'm sitting there like, my neighbor look, I'm like, you let me do this dumb shit. But I pay for somebody to power wash it or we'll do it out of, and then I use that shit on the sidewalks and shit. I should have cleaned up all that dirt off the grime off the sidewalks.
Exactly, but this is the thing. For me, the story is kind of stale now. Unless something really explosive happens, I don't think I'm going to be reporting on this too much longer because it's obvious at this point. You know what I mean? It's obvious these bitches is crazy and they need to have medication. Like, I can't. I can't.
And then, like, I don't know, like, dudes could be clean, but females is always a little cleaner. Y'all gonna see stuff we don't see, but like way at work in my house, like the inside of the house, she take care of all that shit. You know, we clean up behind ourselves, but we know not to mess up our house, you know.
Right. But
outside, I take care of everything.
But this is the thing with being a clean woman, right? She said in one of her interviews that when Umar woke her up, It was in the All Access Media video, I believe. When Umar woke her up to get her out of the house at 2:00 in the morning, she just got up and went and got in the car, and she was stinking. Imagine being in a car with a woman who, you know what I'm saying, is not smelling fresh for 3 hours.
3
Your
hours.
car gonna stink.
Only video I seen of her telling the story was on Tasha K.
She done told that story 150 million places, which is another reason why I don't understand why she's mad that I have a reaction. You've told your story everywhere, and it is not nobody's fault that you told the people you was thinking when you got in the car. Like, that's not something you're really supposed to tell people.
She probably just meant like, I just got it. She probably wanted to get the hell out of there as fast as possible.
I don't care. Listen, this is the thing. As a woman, your chocha should never be stinking. And if it is stinking, you go to the bathroom, even if you take a quick whole bath in the sink. That can't be going, because even if nobody else smells, you smell it. You smell yourself.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I like her though. Like I said, I don't know none of them, but like our conversations, I never had no issues with her.
Like I said, as long as she stopped talking to me, like the lady got me all over her Instagram, but then talk about something. I'm obsessed with her. I'm a content creator. I make commentary. You're not nowhere on my Instagram. You're not nowhere in anything but a video. Like, stop putting me on your social media. And I know you still in the chat in the clouds, girl. But these your friends.
Lady Luck, I fuck with Lady Luck. That's me. I still owe you that shirt.
Yeah, Lady Luck is dope.
I know this baby is not up. Come here.
Of course she is.
I got my godson over here. He having a little kid around. I forgot how they get into everything.
Oh yes, the little kids is gonna put you through their paces. You see these little kids running around social media every day.
Yeah, my oldest is 22, or about to be 22, and my youngest is 9. So having a 2-year-old is like.
You look like you ain't a day over 39 years old.
No, I'm in my 40s.
Oh wow!
But I've been in the Navy 23 years.
True.
Yeah, I'm about to be 44 this year.
Oh my gosh, you're so grown now.
I gotta be grown once I retire. Like, I was telling them Friday, like, I gotta retire because it changed so much, man. People cry up over every little thing, man. You don't say good morning the way they want you to say good morning, they're crying. You don't talk to them, they say you discriminating against them.
Exactly. You have to be nice to everybody all the time, every day.
Nah, I tell them fuck them. Like, you ain't tripping, I ain't tripping, but I said I come here to do my job and go home.
A mess. Don't say fat people are dangerous. Fat people are nice and fluffy. We're smushy. And we like, what's that shit that Dr. Umar eat? Little Debbie cakes and ginger ale. Shout out to LLC.
That's why I got some ginger ale tonight to make fun of him. I went and poured some ginger ale in front of the school on that rock he had.
For all the fallen homies.
Mm-hmm. When I first went by there, because I drove past him on Valentine's Day, he was inside, but he didn't come out. And it was like, it looked like they was hanging up cameras. Then when I went back over there, he was gone. And they ain't fixed shit out there when he was saying that school was done. It looked worse. It was like a bunch of liquor bottles and shit all over the floor.
Oh, child. I'm going to drop this link.
I think fucking this dude in here talking to my dog. He making all this noise now.
I can't. You are a whole mess. But I'm gonna go ahead and go to bed because it is like 2:00 in the morning. Don't stay up too late. And kisses to the family.
Yeah, I ain't staying up too late.
Oh, so adorable. Little big head baby.
Yeah. He might can talk to roaches too because he was born premature, but his head was full turn. Look,
hi, cutie pie. Hi, little cute baby. Hi, cutie.
You're not going outside. It is late. You should be asleep. Go ahead, say
He
hi.
like, yeah, right. Yo, like I'm away. That's right. Tell the people. How old is he? Like 2?
Yeah, he too. Mhm.
Oh, such a sweetie.
Yeah, he cool, baby. You know, he looked tiny, but then he would run around and be into everything.
No, that's because he's gonna be a big man.
Yeah, his mom's like 6'5", so he should be.
Oh wow.
I don't know. She up there though. At least 6.
Oh no. What's the matter? What's the matter for that baby?
There you go.
Oh, well, all right, Mo. Good seeing you. And we will talk soon.
I'm a mentor Mary Ann though.
Listen, that's okay. We all have our favorite entertainment. Mary Ann is a good one. You know, shout out to Mary Ann.
But I teach her how to record without using her cell phone.
She can't do it. She can't do it. She is like 60 years old. Okay. She ain't gonna be able to do it. You know what she really needs? Somebody needs to gift her those portable microphones. The one that you just clip to your lapel. She needs that.
I think I got one I don't use. I was just ordering shit late at night.
Stay off of Amazon.
Yeah, I was just ordering stuff like, this looks like a good idea. I could use this.
All right. Well, y'all be good. Bye.
All right, we're gonna get back to her video, then I'm gonna go to sleep. It's 3. My son gonna wake up at 4 because he do not play. He get up at 4 every day.
We have Umar Johnson flunkies who either went to go see Umar Johnson, gave Umar Johnson a ton of money, and Umar Johnson kicked him to the curb, and they're still whining and crying about it. Can you believe there are even those who give Umar Johnson money hoping he'll mention their name? There is even a subject.
Let me pause. I was on a platform when this individual offered to give Umar Johnson $5,000. I was shocked and appalled and caused me to act out of character. But let her continue. Please, Queen. Please, Anti-Afro, continue.
Who stole money from Medicare, Medicaid, and dead people just so he can give.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired of hearing her too, but she crying about dead people when he stole money from them. I mean, it is what it is, you know? I don't know why. I mean, if he stole it from dead people, does it even really matter? They dead. Yeah, I'm about to go to bed too, man. It's 3. I didn't even realize it's 3:05. Let me see. Not paying for studio. I don't know. Yeah, I'm about to go to bed too. I didn't even realize it was this late, but it was cool kicking it with y'all. I always watch my replays over so I can see how can I do better the next time. I would like everybody to go sub to the friends of the channel. Go sub to Lady Luck Club. Go sub to Lady Luck Club Sweet Tea and to the LLC. Go subscribe to Talk to Him TV, Mind Brew Chaos, Money Boy Trey, Jay Witt, Jada Informant. Who else? Let's go down the list. No Glory, True Stories. Well, y'all know this. You know, on my regular drink, when I'm on my other drink, when I be on OBS, I always got it streaming at the top. All the people, go subs to them. SoleSoundz, go sub to him. That's one of the hardest men working in show business. That's my best friend from when we was little kids. We got crazy stories of the dumbness I used to get us into that I could admit as an adult. It was my curiosity that always had us in sketchy situations, and he used to be the adult out of us to say we shouldn't be in those areas, but we had a good time and we survived. But who else? Like I said, Jay Witt, Like I said, go to both of Lady Luck channels. Go to Mambu Chaos channels, stream her music. Go to Lene channel. Don't go to Mary Ann because she gonna lie. Go to Honor's channel. I like everybody. Go to everybody's shit. It don't matter. Don't fucking go to everybody's shit. Go to all my people's first. But go to everybody's shit. Get everybody's opinion, everybody's point of view, you know? Go get everybody's opinion, everybody's point of view, whoever entertains you. Mess with them, you know? Nobody telling you to like you gotta pick sides and this and that and beef and all that. That's kind of corny, man. Just go to everybody, respect everybody, and show love to everybody. I'll shout out everybody, even shout out to Mary Ann because, like I said, I don't hate her. I think she just got the wrong. She challenging her. Got me fucked up. She's channeling her energy in the wrong areas, but we have fun with the whole check gate. She just keep giving us more material. So shout out to all 82 of y'all. I don't see the likes, but I'm pretty sure it ain't 82 likes. I'm saying I don't even know how to check it from StreamYard, but I appreciate all of y'all. Go vegan? I don't know if I'm built for that. I'm gonna have to look into it more. I like steak. I like a lot of I like oxtails, steak, swordfish. I might go what is it called? Like when you only eat fish. I can't even do that. I could do it. I could do everything in stages, or different frames. Like I'd try vegan. I'd try it. I don't eat pork or nothing like that, but I would try vegan. I would go more plant-based, but balance it out. How long you been vegan? What's the difference between vegan and vegetarian? I couldn't do that shit now in the Navy. It's hard. They barely feed you anything besides chicken. So I go away, I'll be starving. I have a homeboy that's vegan. I don't really believe his ass because he's one of the biggest vegans I ever seen. Let me see. This is joint 2. This is the Umar joint that was he never cleared up out of Philly. But his shit got fucking revoked. When it got revoked? In 2017, before he even bought the schools. Let me see. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. I'm about to take my tail to sleep. I'll see y'all. I don't know if I'm coming on live tomorrow, but I'll see y'all soon before Monday. Well, Monday at least. So I definitely got to hit the gym. I ain't hit the gym today. I was running around on my own, Ubering and running around with the kids. I'm going to hit the gym tomorrow, even if I got to take them with me to the gym. So until next time, peace. Appreciate y'all.